Do you believe in the existence of evil? A force of nature capable of giving rise to all things wicked?
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Someone's coming for you, and you're not gonna like it.
You are all going to die tonight.
Allowed to come out, wherever you are.
Psycho killer. Let's just see.
Here's Johnny.
Run, 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 run.
You can't get away!
I
think I'm losing my mind.
Swallow this. Thought I could hide. What a joke.
Not in my movie.
Jesus Christ. What happened to you?
Round one, fight!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Hero Network. This is Tournament Fights number 247. This is part 3 of our horror movie mystery series. I am Austin Pez Howell, just stepping in for Jordan Anderson very briefly until he gets here. I apologize for missing the first 2 episodes of this horror mystery tournament. I was unfortunately caught up in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. I am okay, but it took a little while for everybody to get power and internet back, so apologies for not being on the show, but I've been enjoying what I've seen so far. But I'm happy to be part of everything tonight. So we'll get things started here. We got a great panel here tonight. So let's start bringing them in one by one. We got my buddy over on the monthly mistake, and I'm not looking forward to this month's one. Michael Wolfman. Wyndham. How's it going?
It's your favorite Halloween movie that we'll be doing.
Oh God, I hate Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 so much. I hate that movie so much. I just hate it.
Yeah. Hey, but it's 15 years, so there you go. That's
and I'm a big Rob Zombie defender. Like you will find me defending most of his movies, but I do not like that movie.
Oh man, but we are all grateful that you're okay.
Yes.
And I was also on vacation this last week, so I would have loved to have been a part of the episodes, but of course, since I was on vacation, I was able to. But I have been following them and keeping track of them. But I'm here now. Don't know anything that's going to be on this list because I'm keeping it a mystery. So I can't wait for Slender Man, Bye Bye Man, Caro, all those good ones to pop up there.
I'll explain what's going on here if you're not familiar with it in just a second. Let's get the rest of our panel that we do have so far. We're missing about 2 people again. We'll go and get started. Got Mr. Jonathan Caro, who's been familiar here recently. How's it going, Jonathan? How are you?
I'm doing all right. I want to second Wolfman. We're grateful that you're okay. Your family's okay. You know, everybody is suffering over there in Carolina. And also I want to extend my thoughts and prayers out to Florida, in preparation for Hurricane Milton coming up, they say tomorrow night. So thoughts and prayers to them.
Yeah, we got a couple people in this community who are in Florida, so hopefully they'll make it out okay as well.
So please be safe out there. But anyway, let's have some fun tonight. Saw some movies, and I'll spoil this. I like them all to various extents. So let's see what happens tonight.
Well, we'll get to them in due time. We got a relative newcomer to the show, but we got Kyle Flett, who's a big horror fan. Welcome, Kyle. How's it going? I haven't met you in person yet. I apologize because I wasn't on the other shows, but welcome.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm happy I was invited by Jordan. This is awesome. I'm doing my very first collab with you, Austin. I'm happy you're doing okay as well. So this is exciting actually first to meet you for the first of all. This is going to be a lot of fun discussing a lot of these movies tonight. And also collab with Jonathan here. This is awesome. And also collab once again with my buddy Michael Wolfman, who I've collabed with many, many times, and I'm more in the future. And this is excited to do this with you guys, and also meet Erick as well. So this is gonna be a lot of fun tonight. So
Yeah, no, this will be a great time. But yeah, how it's going to work tonight again? Jordan will be on his way. Erick Ibarra is also here tonight. He'll be on his way. They're just running a little bit behind, but I'll keep an eye out for them. But yeah, if you haven't seen the first 2 episodes, how it's worked is Jordan went through Flick Chart essentially, and it just brings up random movies. You can filter them just by horror, and he brought up a whole slew of movies, essentially a whole slew of them, to enough for 4 different brackets. So just all randomized, but it's all stuff that's fairly well known. You're not going to have a lot of like super unknown stuff, few kind of lesser known ones here and there, but mostly mainstream stuff you will know. If you're at least a pretty casual horror fan to a hardcore horror fan. So yeah, he's broken them up into 3 parts. So I have the list for part 3. I took them, threw them into a bracket. They're all random, so all the matchups I threw them into a wheel. Everything's completely random, just to see what happens. And yeah, everybody will get a chance to vote on each one round by round, and we'll see which one takes this. So I believe The Exorcist won part 1. We had Scream become a 4-time tournament fight winner, tying Jurassic Park to be a 4-time tournament fight winner. So joining the ranks, Park as a heavy tournament fight favorite. And yeah, what's going to happen is each of these Sweet 16s as we go along, the Sweet 16 from parts 1 through 4 will then go into a kind of final 64 championship, if you will, sort of horror bracket. So the Sweet 16 from tonight will make it to that next bracket, which will be not this week, but next week. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. So we'll just go around the horn. Everybody keep it fairly short if you can. We got a lot of matchups to get through. So try to keep it under about 30 seconds or so if you can, and we'll keep things moving and we'll have a little fun. So, and if there's any ones that are super obvious that we can just move one over the other, either because people haven't seen one of them or if it's just an overwhelming matchup, we'll kind of know when we see them. So, but that's probably okay to do occasionally. All right, let's
the
get
Slender Man versus Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Well, we'll see.
Well,
you never know. Yeah, Wolfman didn't look at the list, so he doesn't know what's coming. But we'll scroll it on over. So we're going to start with Alfred Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train versus Jordan Peele's Nope is our first matchup. What we do is we start at the bottom and we rotate the order each time. But Kyle, you will be up first, sir. What you got and why? You can vote for any reason you like.
I love Alfred Hitchcock's movie. I think this movie is, just like awesome camera work in this. And this was, I used to remember this one. This is a really good one. I'll keep it short, but I do love the camera work in this. I think Strangers on the Train is one of his masterpieces. It's a really good one. Jordan Peele's Nope. I remember seeing this 2 years ago. It was different for Jordan Peele's Nope. I think there's one scary moment in here that didn't end up being like a real alien, which was disappointing to find out it was just a prank because it was a cool concept. And this, to me, this is my least favorite of his that he's done so far, but I still enjoyed it for the concept. But I'm going to go with Alfred Hitchcock's Strangers on the Train because it's a really unique, different one. But no,
yeah, no, I guess Flick Chart considers it at least kind of a thriller, which thrillers are sometimes horror. Yeah, but go ahead, Jonathan.
Okay, well, we'll start with Nope. I think Nope it actually gets stronger and stronger with each rewatch because of its concept. It is actually a pretty scary film at points. I don't think it's the scariest movie, but I think it's a high conceptual film that actually pays homage to Spielberg. Interestingly, Jaws, if you think about it. I like Nope a lot. Strong performances. You know what? I agree with you. I think Strangers on a Train is a masterpiece. It is horror, in my opinion, because it is a diabolical movie.
There you go. I was waiting for that.
I forgot about that.
I knew about the.
You said the M-word masterpiece. So whenever that comes up, the masterpiece Chris Masters makes an appearance.
Okay, I'll say a classic. I'll just say that. A top 5 Hitchcock classic. So, if you have seen Horrible Bosses or Throw Mama from the Train, you'll probably follow this movie. But it is a diabolical film, and it is like psychological. It is insane. It is basically a masterclass of psychotic obsession of murder. It's just tantalizing and it's scary. So, and the storytelling just takes it up a notch at the is it the merry-go-round, right? The climax. Yeah, that was spectacular filmmaking right there. So, in my opinion, I think it is a top 5 Hitchcock film. So, I am going to vote for Strangers on a Train. Great movie.
All right, Wolf.
Nice save there at the end by using master class. All right, instead of instead of the other. Yeah. As soon as like Kyle used that word, I was like, oh, he doesn't know about the tradition. And then and Jonathan used it, and I was like, oh shit, we're gonna do him twice. And I was like, oh,
You know, I might have seen it, but I forgot about it. But it was cool to know about it. So.
But for me, I love both of these movies. I love that you can like make a very grammatically incorrect sentence, but you can make a sentence out of all of Jordan Peele's movies so far. Us, Get Out? Nope. You know, you can make that like a whole phrase there. It like works. But it was really, really effective. It has, one of the most tension-filled scenes I've seen in a film whenever they're, even though it's like a cop-out at the end, still when they like have the kids dressed up as the aliens or whatever, and they're like chasing them in the barn, I was like, that is still very nerve-wracking.
It is.
And I think that Michael Wincott, he like him coming back, he's just so good in this. But yeah, Strangers on a Train, it is an amazing classic. But just because Jordan Peele, I feel like he doesn't really get a lot of love here. And I was really impressed with Nope. Like, and the more rewatches I see of it, I just think it's even more brilliant. So I'll actually say yes to Nope.
Awesome. I was gonna say one more thing. I think the cloud scene is very effective because after watching it, when I was working, there was a clouds that came up and that made me think about that movie. So it is very effective movie. I got to watch it again just to get a new perspective on it, but it is a very effective movie for sure.
I like Nope. I don't love Nope, but I'm gonna give it a rewatch at some point. I enjoyed most of it. But yeah, I feel some stuff didn't work for me totally. Jordan Peele's been on kind of diminishing returns for me since Get Out, so I hope we can bounce back from that. But I haven't seen Strangers on a Train, so I'll go with Nope. So how we deal with ties is we start at the bottom, work our way up for a tiebreaker. So Kyle, you just have all the power. You can either stick with the original or you can flip it. So you got the whole thing.
I do love both movies, but not really thinking about it. I think I would have to go with Nope on this. But Stranger Place is a classical movie, but I got to think about it. I remember now. I thought I would have to go with Nope because I'm always excited to see what Jordan Peele goes with because he has took some stuff because he's a huge fan of Carpenter and Hitchcock, and there's a lot of influences from Stranger Things too. So and Spielberg too. So.
Event Horizon versus Under the Skin.
Sci-fi horror.
Yeah. This is a good one,
Jonathan.
Okay, all right. Under the Skin. It is a really good movie. But I've only seen it one time. But I remember liking it very much. Scarlett Johansson does give an ambiguous, eerie performance underneath that. Her obviously it's not really her in the movie, but it's not her in the movie. But you know who it is. It's an alien. But it's just it's tantalizing. So, but it's not one I would go rewatch a lot. Okay, I understand Event Horizon is kind of a ripoff of Alien and Solaris, but I honestly don't care. I like this movie a lot. It is so much fun. It is surprisingly graphic. It is surprisingly graphic for its content because once I saw the trailer, it was a long time ago. It was like First Contact VHS, and I saw the trailer to Event Horizon. I thought it was going to be like an Alien ripoff, and then I saw the movie later in life, and I didn't think it was going to be, a movie about the devil, basically. And it's a good cast. Sam Neill, man, he killed it. He killed it. I'll just leave it at that. I'll be honest. I'll go pure rewatchability and entertainment. I'm gonna go Event Horizon. I love that movie to pieces. That's one I rewatch over and over every October.
All right, Wolf.
And either way, we're gonna have a sci-fi matchup because Nope is also a sci-fi movie, so that'll be cool. So the only good. Paul W.S. Anderson movie. Not to be confused with Paul Thomas Anderson. I get those two confused sometimes. I mix them up because I'm like, oh, their names are so similar. But yeah, Paul W.S. Anderson. This is the only good movie he's ever made, in my opinion. Now, the thing with Under the Skin is when I first watched this movie, like everyone knows me now, it's the artsy fartsy, loves A24 shit, neon shit, all that good stuff. But when I first watched this, I was in like my beginning stages of high school or something like that, and I was not like in my actual film punditry that I am in today. And so I thought it was boring as hell the first time I watched it. I was like, this is like, she's not talking. The only good thing about this is that she shows her boobs. And that's like all I can say good about it right now. but then over the years, as I've matured in my film knowledge and my film love, I've rewatched it now, and I think that this film is incredible. The director also just did Zone of Interest, which is also one of the best movies of last year. He just is this was his last movie before that too, which is like crazy. It's like a 10-year gap. But
Jonathan Glazer,
yeah. Excellent director. Event Horizon is really fun. It's like a nice, enjoyable, good time. But as far as like the better quality film here, I think I'm gonna have to go Under the Skin. So,
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with rewatchability as well. I think Under the Skin is pretty good for what it is. Like the score, I think the direction's good. But goddamn it, I love Event Horizon. I've always defended this movie. I think it's just really entertaining. It's like 95 minutes. You get in, you get out. Yeah, it's Lawrence Fishburne's awesome. Yeah, Sam Neill, kind of a low-key king of horror, if you think about it. Possession, Event Horizon, and The Mouth of Madness, if you count Jurassic Park. He's done quite a bit of horror type stuff. So, yeah, I mean, he's done his fair share. So, yeah, he's all right. But I'll give it to Event Horizon. I think that movie's great. But welcome, Eric. Welcome to the show, sir. You haven't missed a whole lot, but we're talking about Under the Skin versus Event Horizon.
Yeah, don't forget that comic. We're talking Sam Neill horror movies. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Jonathan Glazer. I saw a very like in the middle of between this Under the Skin and Zone of Interest. He did a short film called The Fall. I recommend it. I think it's a movie. With that being said, I'll go Under the Skin.
Okay. Kyle.
Oh, and nice to meet you, Eric. Very quick second. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
But yeah, I only seen Under the Skin once. It was a good concept. Enjoyed it for what it was. But I gotta go with Event Horizon. It's one of my favorites of the '90s. I think this is a good Paul W. But Paul W.S. movie for his own original movie. I think it's a good sign movie, and there's good performances from it. So that's what I got go with Event Horizon.
All right, there we go. Event Horizon moves on for now.
That was only a word. The reality is much worse.
We got Scream 6, so fairly recent, versus Psycho.
I mean,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make it a formality, but Wolfman, what you got?
So anybody who knows me knows I'm in love with Jenna Ortega, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is that I am that Scream. Anyone who knows me knows that Scream is the original Scream is the film that made me fall in love with horror. Like that is so. I've always had a special place in my heart for this franchise. I like every single film in the franchise. So I don't dislike any of these films. Over the few rewatches I've had of Scream 6, though, I've noticed just the disappointment kind of settling in, especially knowing that we're not going to return with these characters in Scream 7, and just knowing that it's like, and just knowing like some of the decisions they make. Like they advertise this as, we're so different, guys. This time it's different. We're going to be different. And like the beginning makes you think that. You're like, oh shit! They revealed Ghostface in like the first act. Oh shit! I was like excited. I was like, this is different. Okay, I'm into this. And then no, another Ghostface comes in, kills him, and it's all the same Scream shit we've seen thousands of times. So there was nothing really different about it. it's a fun time, but yeah, nothing different. I was glad to see Kirby back. I loved her from Scream 4. But Psycho, come on. I mean, it's Psycho. Me and Ross, we were on vacation. We literally got to visit the original Psycho house while we were on vacation at Howell Horror Nights. That was excellent. I freaking love this movie. It was my top 64. Masterpiece of a film. So
There we
definitely.
Oh, shit, you said the word.
Well, Masters indeed has a magnificent physique.
Anyways, I'm also gonna go with Psycho. I think I'm not as high on the radio silence Scream movies as a lot of people seem to be in here. I think Scream 6 used the New York concept about as well as Jason Takes Manhattan did, which means they barely used it at all. And I think they didn't use it really as well as they could have. So I think it was a lot of hype over a whole lot of nothing. And there's plenty of cities that have bodegas and subways. So stop. At least you could have used it better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Psycho.
Oh, also no characters die. I wanted to point that out. That pissed me
Yeah,
off.
characters can take 50 stab wounds and still stay
No,
alive.
one character dies. And it was like
And you can get your gut
girlfriend.
ripped open, but put a band-aid on, you're fine. You can do the final scene.
Especially
Anyways.
Chad should have been dead.
I'll talk about it in a little bit.
All right, not too long, guys. We're going too long already. We're on the third match. Let's keep it moving. Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with the sentiment, but I mean, Psycho is a classic for a reason. Like, there's no reason Scream thinks you move over as much as I like it. Big Scream guy, Psycho is the word.
All right, okay.
Oh, I'm going with Psycho because as much I do like Jenna Taylor and Melissa Blair in this Scream 6, it disappointed me at the end. Good to go some, but Psycho. What I was going to say about Psycho, I gotta go with Psycho because shower scene. I know Anthony Perkins was awesome. The ending and the way he shot this to make it look like the mom was alive, so cool. So yeah, I gotta go with Psycho just to keep it short. So
yeah, for sure. Jonathan.
Yes, Scream 6. It's actually one of my favorites in the franchise, but that third act was a little frustrating to watch because of what y'all said about people getting stabbed over and over and over and they live. I was like, what the hell is going on here? I mean, it's basically a video game if you think about it. But I like Scream 6 a lot. Psycho is, of course, a tour de force film from Hitchcock, a top fiver in my opinion. So Psycho, let's move it on.
All right, Psycho. All right, let's go down to What We Do in the Shadows, horror comedy, and Child's Play 3 is next. So it's on me first. Look, What We Do in the Shadows, it's in my top 128. I love it. I showed it to my girlfriend. She enjoyed it quite a bit as well. But you know what? Just because I think it's the only time it's ever appeared, maybe on tournament fights, other than one other tournament where we did all horror sequels one year for a tournament. We just did a whole slew of horror sequels. We never see it, and I don't mind it. I'll go Child's Play 3 just for something different. Why not? Eric?
I'll disregard that. Child's Play 3 is easily my least favorite out of the franchise. I don't like it that much.
Oh, no, come on. It has nothing on Seed of Chucky. I
like Seed of Chucky. It's more daring. I respect Seed of Chucky more than I like it, but I still like it a lot more than Child's Play 3. Has a couple good scenes. Ends well. It has that for it. I don't care about sorry, I don't care about variety in this time. What We Do in the Shadows show, move on. But it doesn't matter. I'm not that serious. Don't believe it.
That's Kyle.
I haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, so I can't really comment it on. So I have to go with Child's Play 3. I thought the opening was great. It does get a little boring throughout, but I do like some of the kills in this. And how Chucky added the bullet in the war games, which was cool and made it tense. And it has a cool way he goes out in the theme parks. I go with Child's Play 3.
Yeah. All right, Jonathan.
Yeah, everything except Chucky in Child's Play 3. Yeah.
Well, hey, I'll do the sound effects around here, okay?
All right, that's actually one of the few that. No, look, Brad Dourif is Chucky. Look, he's fine. There is a great laugh in the film where he is accidentally thrown into the trash. that was funny. The opening's good, but yeah, the rest of the film is just mediocre at best. I don't like it. That's out of the ones I've seen so far, that is my least favorite. What We Do in the Shadows is great. It's a great comedic film. It's a great comedic mockumentary. So I'll vote What We Do in the Shadows.
Mm-hmm. All right, Wolf.
Yeah. So I actually find Child's Play 3 to be a little underrated. The last time I watched it, though, was during my 12 Days of Chucky series. I did, shameless plug there. So you guys can check that out. But yeah, I liked the whole military base idea of it, and the way it plays out. I mean, sure, some parts are kind of slow, and the pacing could have been better, but overall, I still have fun with it. It's not Child's Play 2, which, I mean, it's coming off of Child's Play 2, which is my favorite of the franchise. But, like, Child's Play 3 is still really fun. What We Do in the Shadows is excellent. I mean, the movie already is great, but, like, the TV show is maybe even better. Like, the TV show is just on another level. I love all these characters that they've built in this. I love the mockumentary style, and obviously because there's werewolves in it, not swearwolves, I have to vote for it. So I will say What We Do in the Shadows.
All right, We're Doing the Shadows. All right, moving down to Get Out, more Jordan Peele, and we got Murder Party.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm not sure how many people have seen it. We'll find out. Eric, what you got, man?
Yeah, I don't know what Murder Party is. Sounds fun though. But Get Out is in my personal top 40. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember the exact number, but come on, it's a great movie. It's the reason why everybody's talking about elevated horror. I don't like that sentiment that much, but I do like the movie a lot. Like the term elevated horror, just overused, I guess. Doesn't matter. Get Out is great. There's a reason it won an Oscar for original screenplay. Should move on, but let's see who has seen Murder Party.
All right, Kyle.
I have seen it once. Murder Party was a lot of fun, but I gotta go with Get Out because they introduced Jordan Peele, and I thought the cast was great and the concept was great, and how it ends. And I just didn't know where it was gonna go. It was cool. So yeah, Get Out was amazing. So I gotta go with Get Out.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Yes, Murder Party was going to be my next movie to watch, but I didn't have time. I know it's directed by Jeremy Saulnier. Who has had a really good movie come out this year, Rebel Ridge. But I haven't seen it. But Get Out, of course, it's a modern classic, not just in the horror genre, but of all cinema right now. Eric said it won Best Original Screenplay for a reason. It is that great. I think there's no holes in that movie. I think it's really tight. So I'm going to say Get Out.
All right. Well, not yet. I got to finish the show.
You can all you Murder Party haters can get out. There you go. But nah, Murder Party was like Murder Party was like the movie like to pick up at the Dollar Tree DVD bins back when they did the $1 DVDs. Like it was.
Is that a compliment?
I mean, no, but it's like one of those things where no, I say it's a.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are shitty, but like, yeah,
like Murder Party was like actually, yeah. Like that's why I said it's the movie to pick up because Murder Party was always at a Dollar Tree, but you pick it up and you're like, oh, this is gonna be shit because it's at a Dollar Tree, but then you pop it in and you're like, oh shit. It's that kind of that kind of reaction. So it was actually really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Get Out is obviously excellent. It's kind of grown on me over the years because when I first watched it, I thought it was a little overrated, but the more I watch it, I think it's growing on me for sure. I always find it fascinating when like comedians do horror because the Raka Raka did Talk to Me and that was excellent, and then the people who did like that who own that like It's a Bad Idea channel, they just came out with a horror movie this year on YouTube and that was like excellent. So like these comedians keep on making horror movies and just knocking it out of the park, and I love that. But yeah, I'm going to go with Murder Party because that is just, I think that's really fun and it's really underrated. And I know this is going to go to Get Out. So I'll show that movie some love.
Yeah, I'll give it to Get Out, but I have seen Murder Party because I actually had a podcast that recommended it. It's on Tubi. It's like 80 minutes, so you're in and out. I love movies like that. It's low budget, but kind of knows what it is. Yeah, it's a guy who gets invited to a party. They go to kill him, but they start having disagreements on how to do it, and all the kind of these factions. They start killing each other instead, and he has to kind of survive the chaos. It's pretty simple. So and essentially Get Out. Yeah, he's got to do the concept of the top movie. So yeah, it's very simple. My gem of a pickup, Wolfman, was I got a Blu-ray of Cheap Thrills. That's an underrated little movie at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, there you go. I have the same Dollar Tree Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's a good pickup for $1. That's a fun movie.
That is, yeah.
But yeah, Get Out wins this one. We'll go down to Jeepers Creepers and Sting from this year. So another recent, and yeah, again, these can include very recent stuff. So. Do we just not want to talk about the guy who did Jeepers Creepers and put Sting through? We can do that.
I don't like either one of them, but I would put Sting through.
I love Sting. I thought Sting was great. I had fun with it this year. So
I like the last 30 minutes, but
I thought it had a good mix of practical.
I haven't seen Sting yet. I need to. I missed the Monday Mystery movie when it premiered. So
I mean, I'll give it the ending for Jeepers Creepers. I like that ballsy.
Well, I just don't want to talk about the guy too much. So raise your hand for Jeepers Creepers. Raise your hand for Sting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's do it. There you go. All right, that's cool. So I like Sting. Go watch it. It's
yeah, I have seen it too. So
it's fun. I enjoyed it. If you like a good creature feature, I enjoyed it. We'll go with the Vivitch and King Kong 76. So I still call it the Vivitch because look at that poster. That's what it says. All right. But we are going to Kyle this time.
And you guys can hear me still, right? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, we're
okay. Good. Okay, so yeah, I loved King Kong. That's a classic. But I also got to go with The Witch because I think Robert Eggers is just an amazing filmmaker, and The Witch surprised me because I had no expectations with this, and it goes anywhere. But The Witch is an amazing film, and I love it. And what he's done since then is an amazing stuff too. So I'm looking forward to Nosferatu, but I'm going with The Witch. So,
okay. All right, Jonathan.
Yeah, I think the original King Kong is a classic. I don't know about the 70s version.
That's hot take. Maybe my favorite just of the classic King Kong movies. Yeah, my favorite Kong movie is Kong Skull Island. That movie rules.
Fine,
yeah,
it's fine. It's decent. I mean, I do applaud a couple of the things that they do in the movie. The ending is kind of different from the other takes. I like the ending a little bit. The Witch, I'm not as enraptured by this movie, but it is a very good movie. It is a slow burn horror film directed by Robert Eggers and starring Anya Taylor-Joy and a good performance. And oh god, what's his name? That guy's name, the actor.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Ralph Ineson.
Ralph. Yeah, he was in the first Omen this year. He's in something else coming up.
He was in the Green Knight. Yeah,
isn't he in? He's in Nosferatu coming up as well, isn't he? I think he is.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
No, but I like him in it as well. The mother as well. Also, it is a very interesting movie from beginning to end. The ending is very shocking. It's very good, but I'll go The Witch.
Okay. Yeah, and he is in Nosferatu. He plays a doctor, so he's in the cast list. So
can't wait for that.
And hey, if you squint your eyes real good, you can see the witch. See, it's no longer the Vivitch. Okay.
Okay.
I love the witch, and this is, for a while, it was like my favorite A24 film. Then I watched like Ex Machina, that was my favorite. Then I watched some other ones, and it went higher and higher. But yeah, this is excellent. I watched it at a time when, at that time, not as much anymore, but at that time I was very religious, and so when I watched it, it really had a huge effect on me that like I couldn't sleep for like a week. It was like really hard to like it really impacted me. So I love it, and I cannot wait for Nosferatu. Robert Eggers is one of my favorite filmmakers working today. I love the subjectivity of film because this just goes to show, Austin, he's all like the 70s King Kong is like maybe one of his favorites. That just proves how great subjectivity is because, we're here sitting saying like, oh yeah, the classic 30s all day, or Peter Jackson's King Kong all day. And then, and then he's like there saying, the 70s one. And I really applaud that. I really appreciate that. That's cool. So, but yeah, I'll still go The Witch because I'm not a fan of this. I think it's.
I didn't realize. Oh, sorry. I thought this. I didn't realize which King Kong we're talking about.
We're talking about sorry about that. Sorry about that. That's why I said King Kong 76.
Yeah, this is the Jessica Lange,
Jeff Bridges.
Oh, never mind. Ignore what I said about that, but I'll go with The Witch.
That's fine. That's fine.
By the way, Lange was smoking in that movie. Yeah.
No, she's very hot. Yeah, Charles Grodin's a fun weasel in that movie. He's great. No, I mean, I just think there's good animatronics. I think there's some fun special effects. It's like 70s stuff. Frank Welker tore his throat open trying to do those gorilla noises in that movie. He's telling stories about it. Look, I like it. I enjoyed it. So I'm voting for that one because I only have one word for The Witch. Boring. Sorry, I don't like that movie.
I understand.
I don't like it. I've tried to like it. I can't like that movie. The movie bores the shit out of me. I have the opposite problem, Wolfman, where you couldn't sleep for a week. I sleep immediately when that movie comes on. So I use it to put me to sleep. So I'm voting for King Kong. Eric?
Yeah. Also a big fan of Kong Skull Island over here. I'll still go for The Witch, mainly because of Ralph Ineson's voice. Like, look him up. If you haven't seen The Green Knight, watch The Green Knight. He's barely in it, but he's great in it. I love The Green Knight, and I love The Northman, and I love The Lighthouse, and I love The Witch. So let's go The Witch.
All right. No, any Ralph Ineson movie though, make sure you have the subtitles on. That's all I gotta say. Especially The Witch.
I have to watch everything with subtitles, so it doesn't matter.
I do too. I watch everything with subtitles as well. Yeah,
he's always gargling
people with it.
It's like insane.
We got M3 again. I still call it that because that's what it is. And Let the Right One In is what we got. So, Jonathan.
Yeah, M3 is fun. It's a fun movie, a fun little spin on the Chucky thing. The Chucky concept, it's an evil doll going after people, and also corporate people. A little tame. I mean, I didn't agree with the PG-13 rating, to be honest. I was like, I wish it were R, to be quite honest. But oh boy, get the clip ready, Austin. Let the Right One In is a masterpiece.
Is it really?
Masters indeed has a magnificent physique.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of vampire movies, but this is my favorite vampire movie. It's a great movie. This movie just eases with fantastic storytelling, fantastic character development between the vampire and the kid. Also the mood, that snowy, bleak mood, that atmosphere, it really gets you there, and that spirit, that cold spirit there. Yeah, I think it's a great movie. I don't think it doesn't have a wrong miscalculation or a miscalculation there. So Let the Right One In gets my vote easily.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so the movie named after my sister, Megan, if you were watching this.
Your sister's name is M3 again? That's weird of you. I guess they were ahead of the curve, like when it comes to that, but that's weird.
But they wrote themselves in a corner because I know they're coming out with a sequel, but if they come out with a third one, like now they have that missed opportunity. Like if you can't just because you could have just said like M3 again for the third one, but like
that's like Bad Boys for Life. You called that the third one, and you had an opportunity to do that with the fourth one. That makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get it, but Let the Right One In. Anyone who knows me, I get the video ready, Austin, because it is truly a masterpiece.
I'm not gonna play the video again. I gotta play some. I gotta pull up more clips. I deleted a couple of mine. So,
but it's in my top 30 films of all time. I think this film is just incredible. This is the book is also excellent. I actually am reading the book right now for spooky season, and it is really, really excellent. So highly encourage y'all to pick that up. But it is very atmospheric. The chemistry of the kids are like excellent, and like some of the mood it sets, like, oh my gosh, I love this film so much, and I can just watch it over and over. And so easily, to me, I gotta go Let the Right One In. I just don't watch the TV show because I was kind of disappointed in that. But the movie is great.
All right. Yeah. I think I'll go with Let the Right One In. It's a good solid movie. I need to revisit it. It's been forever since I watched it. But like Megan was, decent entertainment. I didn't hate it. It was fine. Fine day out of the movies. You doing a double feature or something like that. You're watching on a Sunday afternoon. Perfectly fine. It's a movie you've seen 100 times if you're a horror fan. But hey, whatever. I'll watch a sequel. It's fine. But I'll go Let the Right One In. Eric.
On account on the pool scene from Let the Right One In, I should give it to that, but I haven't seen it. I have seen the other one, the Let Me In, which is weird. I don't know why I saw the other one first. I might check. I will check it out. I'll give the pity vote for Matrigan. It's not winning, but the Titanium scene alone gets a pop out of me. Like I grew up with that song. It's just very funny hearing in a horror movie. I just thought it was funny. Is it great? Is it great? Like truly great? Not really, but I had a lot of fun.
He grew up with that song. Let me look up when it came out, so you don't just make fun of me the whole time every time I say that.
Kyle.
The song came out in 2011. So yeah.
Think it was decent, but I gotta go with the Let the Right One In. It is definitely a masterpiece, a classic, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah. It was released 2011. That song was. So there you go. I'm not the only young.
Moves on. We got Friday the 13th Part 2. That's Baghead Jason. If you don't remember which one that one is, he'll Sackhead Jason against Shaun of the Dead. All right, Wolf.
So I love Friday the 13th Part 2. It is my second favorite in the franchise. I think this is very underrated. I love it because this is the one I actually feel Jason is scary. I was never scared of Jason in any of the other movies, but this is the one I feel like Jason was actually kind of scary. The way he looks, the way his head moves, the way everything, the way the actor plays it's excellent, and has my favorite final girl in the franchise too. I think Amy Steele is awesome. So, really, really good Friday the 13th movie. Come on. Shaun of the Dead. It was in my top 128. I love this movie. This is not only my favorite horror, maybe my favorite horror comedy, but it's possibly like my favorite zombie movie. I have to think about it. Like I love this movie. It's my favorite Edgar Wright film. Like this is just I'm a sucker for British humor, and Simon Pegg and Nick Frost do it excellent. So I'll give it to Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. Again, I might go for a little variety here. We see Shaun of the Dead a lot. It's my third favorite Cornetto. I like it, but I don't overly love it as much as some other people do. And I think Friday the 13th Part 2 is one of the better directed and one of the better kind of played out Friday movies. So I think it's kind of at least the upper tier of Friday movies. So I'll give it a Friday the 13th Part 2. But I mean, Shaun of the Dead goes through. I understand. Eric.
Yeah, I like Friday the 13th Part 2 a lot. I was excited when it came up. Not against what it came up, because Shaun of the Dead is much better. But Part 2 is sandwiched between two kind of meh Friday the 13th movies. The first one is kind of meh. The third one is kind of meh. Part 2 is very charming. I like the characters a lot in this one. Ginny Field is great. Like she's a great, like, not like she's a great character, but she has personality. She's a lot of fun. You see the death of Crazy Ralph. Spoilers, I guess, for a 40-year-old movie. And especially the chemistry between the guy in the wheelchair and the girl who's flirting with him. I thought that was really fun. I don't know, it's charming, but Shaun of the Dead is much more charming, much fun, and I think it's my favorite one out of the three ones. But I like all of the Cornetto trilogy movies, so Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. Yeah, Kyle.
I love Friday 13. So start off. So Friday 13 Part 2 is one of my favorites. Amy Steele was awesome as Jenny. It's got awesome kills in it, especially with the wheelchair going down backwards. I think that's cool. Great score in the second. Jason is scary. I do like the ending. But Shaun of the Dead as well as one of my favorite horror comedies. It's still my favorite movie that involves Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright. This is definitely tough, but I have to go with Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, sounds good. And Jonathan.
Yeah, keep it short and sweet. I've only seen 4 of these Friday the 13th movies, and Jason doesn't do it for me. I just don't think I think he's a boring villain. He just runs around in a hockey mask in the woods, and I don't care. But out of the 4 I like the remake the best, I guess. But yeah, easily Shaun of the Dead. It's a great horror comedy. So
All right, sounds good. All right, Shaun of the Dead moves on. Go down to Zombieland and the host, Bong Joon-ho. So me first. Yeah, no, this is an interesting one because Zombieland's pretty great, but I'm also a good creature feature guy, and yeah, this is early Bong Joon-ho. This is good stuff if you haven't seen it. With this kind of squid creature thing running amok around Korea and jumping out of this river here, and it's a lot of fun. I think it's pretty underrated, and it's another one that doesn't come up a lot. And Zombieland comes up a lot, so I'm going to give it to the host, just to kind of pushing the underdogs tonight. See what happens. Eric,
I'm probably on the minority to think Zombieland is just fine. I don't like it that much, to be honest. I think it's all right. I like some of the scenes. I like the cast, but it doesn't do it for me that much. The host is pretty great. It's probably the only chance we're going to see Bong Joon-ho in this one of these lists and the horror division, I guess. And it's a lot of fun. I caught it one time on cable when I was like 7, and I thought it was pretty fun. I'll go the host as well.
Okay. Yes. Kyle.
Zombieland's a lot of fun. Got a great cast. I love it. The host is a very underrated creature film. I have seen it. It's very, very good. So I also got to go with the host because I think it was a very underrated creature that I really enjoyed in a long time. So.
Yeah, for sure. Jonathan.
Hold on a moment. Okay. We're come across one of my first time watch here. The host. Yeah, this is going to be a surprise. I'm actually voting the host as well because it is a very good monster film. Very scary. Also, the family drama is what connected me to this film. I think it's very internal and psychological and relatable as well. As Song Kang-ho, the actor from Parasite and Memories of Murder, that's his muse. He plays like a slow-witted vendor in the movie who has a daughter whose the daughter's taken away from the monster right there, the poster. Zombieland is a lot of fun. I'll rewatch it, obviously, but and they're both even for me, but I was very surprised with the host. So Bong Joon-ho, Hive here. So voting for the host.
Okay. Wolf.
Yeah, so y'all made my job a lot easier because I was going to say, zombie versus zombie match. But y'all are already, because, Shaun of the Dead, it will be going up against whatever wins here. So I was like, okay, well, that you could have Zombieland versus Shaun of the Dead, be like perfect zombie match. But I guess we're going with the host because I love the host. It is, the one opportunity that I feel like was said before, I feel like we haven't seen the host really much on this tournament fights episode, so I feel like it's something that really deserves more love. Also, if you all have Shudder, there's a new documentary series that just dropped called Horror's Greatest, which is really fun. And they did a whole episode on monster horror, like big monsters and such. And they talked about the host on there, and that was really fun. So, I think it's a great film from Bong Joon-ho. He's one of my favorite filmmakers working. So I'll definitely say the host.
Okay. And Jordan's here. How's it going,
Yes.
Jordan?
Hey, sorry, it's been a really busy day for me, but I'm here, and yeah, just in time for this one for a hard one because I'm a massive Bong Joon-ho fan. But for as much as I do love the host, I think it's got to be Zombieland for me. Like Zombieland rules. I just think that it's got like one of the best intros, the opening credits, and just like great chemistry and humor throughout. And also, Austin, I got to do one of your favorite things. I got this.
No. We're going on a good pace here. No, don't pull it down.
Well, I'll make it quick. The Monster Energy Ultra.
I'll make it quick.
Ultra Vice Guava. So the outside of the box has like a whole Miami Vice vibe going, and it's supposed to be guava flavored. And I always like to do the pork, because not all these are going to come out clear.
They all come out clear. Every single one of them.
Why are you putting extra cut? They don't taste the same. They don't taste the same.
No, they don't. It's not clear.
That's clear. It's all clear. It's always
all about
clear.
the taste.
Thanks for telling me. I've never had a Monster
Okay.
Energy drink in my life. So
We had the guava flavor though. That's the thing.
Nobody wants guava flavor.
Guava rules. It's the best. So
No.
I'll let you know if it's.
No one
worth
even
going to
really
get,
knows what
so-
guava really
On
is.
the next
It's like-
round.
the host.
No.
But yeah,
The host wins.
I'm voting for Zombieland, but it's the host. Interesting.
It was a clean sweep before you got here for the host.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You rolling the bong high. Bong.
Yeah. We
That's
got
fine. The host is good. So.
Gremlins and Bride of Chucky. Well, Jordan just got here just in time to be on this one. So there you go.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
And that's really good. I give it like a 7 out of 10 for that drink. Not like the greatest, but good. And here, that's Bride of Chucky. It's interesting. You know what? I think I'm gonna give it to Bride of Chucky. I think that it's a lot of fun. It's just fun seeing Chucky have like a companion, and also I forget the actor named Jennifer.
Tilly.
Tilly. There's
Tilly.
Tilly. There's a cool kill if you haven't seen it in the bathtub, and then how she becomes the bride. I think that's her, right? And Gremlins is great, but I'm more of a Gremlins 2 guy, so I'll go Bride of Chucky.
Okay. Eric.
Yeah, big fan of Bride of Chucky. It's a lot of fun. Jennifer Tilly is great. Katherine Heigl is not, but she's there. Gremlins is just more consistent. It's more fun. I still haven't seen the new batch, even though Pez keeps pushing that.
Bro,
to me.
what are you
I need to
doing?
see
Watch
that.
Gremlins 2. It's amazing. It'll change your life. Watch Gremlins 2.
Yeah, I check it out. So in honor of that, I'll vote Gremlins, but Bride of Chucky is great.
Okay. Kyle.
Gremlins is a lot of fun. It's one of my favorites, but I do love Brian Chuck. It's one of my favorites of the Child's Play franchise. It's a good horror comedy. You got John Ritter in it. I love his kill. Why does that look so familiar? And her rant about Martha Stewart is hilarious. So I'm gonna go with Bride of Chucky.
All right, Jonathan.
Yeah, Gremlins is very fun. It's very good. I thought the third act goes way too long. I think it was just like I wanted it to be over though. It's a fun holiday, horror flick. It's an alternative Christmas film. There, Bride of Chucky is fun. Basically, it's Jennifer Tilly and Brad Dourif, bickering with each other, and then they fall in love, and then they just kill for fun, for sport. Gremlins is a better movie, but we did not put Child's Play 3 on, or we did not advance it. So, you know what? It's a straight horror film, so I'll vote Bride of Chucky.
All right. Yeah, Wolf.
Yeah, we all have these kind of actors, right? And how Austin has for Aquafina and a few other ones. I, for whatever reason, can't stand Katherine Heigl. Like every single time that she's in a movie, I for whatever reason, I don't like her. She gives off a vibe I don't like. I don't know what it is, but that's the only thing that drops Bride of Chucky down a little bit. Overall, though, I do love this film, and I think it's really fun. It's not like my favorite of the franchise, but it's still a fun entry in it. And Jennifer Tilly is excellent here, and I love the look of Chucky with the scars and everything. Gremlins, though, is like a Christmas classic. I watch it every other Christmas season because it's a Christmas movie. So it is truly just fun, just a really good time. So I think I'll go Gremlins here.
I was worried Wolfman was going to say he doesn't like Jennifer Tilly. And I was like, kick him out.
No. Jennifer Tilly is great. I'll save my hate for Katherine Heigl. That's fine.
Bound, baby. Bound.
But
no, I might go Bride of Chucky as well. I like it a lot. It's my favorite of the sequels, and because Gremlins 2 is superior to Gremlins, I'll give it to Bride of Chucky. And Ronnie Yu, I think, is a fun director because he also did Freddy vs. Jason. I think both movies are fun. So I'll go Bride of Chucky. So Bride of Chucky's gonna take it. All right, going down to Final Destination 2. We mentioned it earlier, In the Mouth of Madness with Sam Neill. So that's what that is. It got cut off a little bit. That's what it is, In the Mouth of Madness. All right, Eric, back down to you.
This one's kind of tough. Like, In the Mouth of Madness is not like the best John Carpenter movie, but it's still pretty fun. Yeah, I wouldn't say I got it completely. I need to see it again, but I thought it was great. And Final Destination 2 has probably my favorite set of kills in the whole franchise. Like, I wouldn't say it's a great movie. Like, characters are as usually sucky in these movies, but the way they die is great. I'm probably going The Mouth of Madness, probably the better movie, but they're kind of similar to me, but different ways.
Okay. Kyle.
Final Destination 2, I think, it's a fun sequel after the original. It's got that log scene. That's all we all know about that log scene. Some really good, decent death kills in that movie. But Mouth of Madness, I do really enjoy this one. I do like the setting tone with it. I think it's one of my favorite John Carpenter films. I think Sam Neill was great in it. If you haven't seen Sharon Clark's Horse Hologram on it, it's an awesome one where you can see all the film locations. It still looks great. I do like The Mouth of Madness, so I'll go with The Mouth of Madness.
All right. Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah, actually, Eric made a good point on something. So people talk about Final Destination 2 in association with the kills, not the whole movie. It has some great kills, but as a story, I think it's a little underwhelming compared to the first one, and the third one. But it's decent at best. But it's still fun. In the Mouth of Madness, I watched last year for the first time, and it was a surprisingly involving movie. Sam Neill delivers a very good performance, a very fun performance. Ending is a little gimmicky for my taste, but I also want to point out, how do you pronounce it? Jürgen Prochnow. That's the guy from Das Boot, and he has a little appearance from Air Force One. He has a great villainous performance in The Mouth of Madness. So, yeah, this one really surprised me last year. It's really well constructed. And no surprise because it is directed by John Carpenter. So I will vote for In the Mouth of Madness here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, I don't know what y'all are talking about. Final Destination 2 might be like my second favorite of the franchise. I freaking love that movie. It is like very underrated for me. I think it's a total blast. You get character returning from the first film. It's just, yeah, it's my second favorite behind Final Destination 5, I think. It was a very bad idea though. When I first got my driver's license, I came home that night and I rewatched Final Destination 2, and then afterwards I was like, why did I watch this? Like the moment after I got my driver's license, I was like, that was a bad idea because then it made me afraid to drive now after that. But yeah, In the Mouth of Madness. Oh man, this is also really great. Sam Neill's excellent in here. This is a tough matchup for me, but nostalgia is powerful. And so I think because of that, I'm going to have to go Final Destination 2 because guess what? I grew up with it.
Nostalgia. I was almost graduating high school. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well, Austin, what did you grow up with, Austin?
Oh, fuck me. Neither, because I wasn't allowed to watch horror movies until I was 16. And I went to Blockbuster by myself and blew through the whole horror section as soon as I got there. It's called suppression, people. You suppress your kids from watching something, they're going to become obsessed with it later. Don't do that. All right. No, I mean, Final Destination 2 is really good. I think the third act kind of loses some steam for me. Like, I think the first hour is like dynamite, and then all that shit with the van and the hospital at the end is just like not as interesting as the first hour before it. It just isn't. I think it loses a little bit there. I just think it kind of ends a little flat. I still, the first and the fifth one's the best. But In the Mouth of Madness is really underrated. I've gone back to this one a couple times, and yeah, it's the second movie on this bracket where Sam Neill loses his shit. and loses his mind. So, besides this and Event Horizon. So yeah, and I think it's really, really good. Yeah, him kind of, getting stuck in this town and kind of not knowing reality from, fiction and everything. And I think it's really underrated Carpenter. So I'll go in the mouth of Menace.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to review it, but I'm having one of my favorite Fat Boy snacks where you take double stuffed EL fudge cookies and dip it in peanut butter. It's delicious. but here, yeah, like, oh, and I was also going to say, Wolf, did you know that the creator of Final Destination 2 was at that convention that we went to, Jeffrey Reddick?
Really?
We should have tried to find that guy.
Yeah, I never saw his booth up.
I don't know what happened, but he had a little ad for it. But and he pretty much hinted at the next Final Destination movie that's coming soon. But
I'll believe it when I see it at this point.
Yeah, but here I'll go Final Destination 2. I don't know. There's an argument that it might be my favorite of the franchise. It's hard to really say. It's between this and 5 and 1. It's kind of they all go back and forth, but it has some really creative kills. It has that like ladder thing where it like falls through the guy's eye, and then there's like a guy that gets impaled by a pipe or something, and the guy in the elevator gets his, like decapitated. So it got some fun kills, and I dig it. I don't really watch Final Destination movies for the story. Like none of them have great stories. You just watch it for the kills. So I'll go Final Destination 2.
I would argue the first one does.
The first one
trying
does.
to figure everything out.
Yeah.
Devin Sawa trying to figure it out, trying to cheat it, figure out the order, trying,
Yeah, that is kind of
time. I think the first one has the strongest story, but and the fifth one's pretty good too.
And 5 is
five's really good. So yeah, 5 with not Tom Cruise in there. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
The fourth one is the only one I think that's not good. Like
Fourth
fourth one sucks. Yeah, it'd be almost perfect franchise if not for that fucking fourth one.
I agree about the fourth one. Yeah.
Yes. We got Thanksgiving from Eli Roth, and then Shadow the Vampire.
Okay.
Speaking of Nosferatu, as we talked about earlier, this is kind of the behind the scenes of the original one. So Kyle, what's up next?
I haven't seen Shadow the Vampire, so I can't really comment on that one. But I've seen Thanksgiving. It was cool. It was cool to see that Eli Roth was back doing horror again. With this Thanksgiving slasher, it has really good effects. I think John Carpenter was a cool villain. It was easy to see who was the villain right away, but this was a fun slasher film. I really love the practical effects in it. And all around, it was a fun Eli Roth film. So I'm going with Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah, Jonathan.
To get to the point, I haven't seen Shadow of the Vampire either. I was trying to look for it, but it wasn't available on streaming. As for Thanksgiving, I have never been a fan of Eli Roth's movies. Like, I detested every single one of the movies I watched until Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving was the first Eli Roth movie I liked because its violence has a point. It has a point about consumerism and the holiday, shopping, Black Friday, all that stuff, all that crazed mania. And it was really predictable to guess the killer right away. But no, I had a fun time with Thanksgiving. So look, it's a consolation prize saying that Eli Roth made the first good movie, in my opinion. So I'll vote Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Wolf.
Yeah, Shadow of the Vampire is a blind spot for me. I'm going to see it before Nosferatu comes out, though. And what's interesting though is I was talking with a friend about it today. Though we were like talking about Nosferatu, then all of a sudden I brought up Shadow of the Vampire, and we were like having a conversation, and it pops up here on Tournament Fights. So but yeah, Thanksgiving. I'm also not really a big fan of Eli Roth. A lot of his stuff is just too grotesque, and I'm just not into it. And but this one was really fun. Is it predictable? Yes. You cast the biggest actor in the movie in a movie filled with no one, and then you like no names, and then you cast the biggest actor. Of course, he's going to be the killer.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, but it's been out for a while now. So pretty much you can predict what's going to happen in the film, but it's still a fun time. And now is a good announcement to make, better than ever right now, to announce that November's monthly mistake is going to be Thanksgiving from Ibarra.
Nice.
So yeah, we're gonna. I don't think there's one online, so we'll have to make our own drinking game for that. But we've done that. Too, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I'll go Thanksgiving here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Thanksgiving. I didn't love Thanksgiving. I thought it was kind of all over the place, tonally and just story wise. I think it was kind of a mess for me. But yeah, Eli Roth movies are usually kind of a mess. It's just whether I enjoy it or not. But overall, it's all right. I enjoyed more than I didn't. I've always kind of championed Shadow of the Vampire. I think it's a really good sort of behind the scenes thing. If you don't know, it's about the making of the original Nosferatu, and Willem Dafoe plays Max Schreck, the guy who played him, and like, you know, he gets a little too into the role, we'll say. So it's a fun sort of behind the scenes making of a movie. You know, get around to it. If you know, hey, a great time to watch it before the new Nosferatu comes out. That'd be a good little double feature. So it'd be fun. But I'll vote for Shadow of the Vampire. I've always kind of championed that movie.
Yeah, so Malcolm says in the chat we had it on the first random horror, but I don't remember it. I don't know if we did. I don't remember. And I don't know, but maybe.
We had it on some other tournament recently, but I don't think it was that. I don't think
it was 2000.
Yeah, we on the 2000 ladder series.
Oh, because you just checked, but I think your checking could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, so I only have about 3 blind spots.
And yeah, you did have it on part 1. You used it twice.
Oh, okay. Well, it's probably because I've never seen it, so I just probably like went right over my head. But I've never seen Thanksgiving either. I've only got 3 or 4 blind spots in this whole tournament, and it's just interesting that 2 of them end up paired with each other. But I'm not voting for Thanksgiving because I can't stand Eli Roth. Like, he seems like a fun guy, and I like him in like Inglourious Bastards, but and I've seen him on like some podcasts and stuff. But yeah, Shadow of the Vampire. It's got Willem Dafoe and John Malkovich, and it just seems a whole lot more interesting to me than Thanksgiving. So I'll go with that.
All right, Eric.
Yeah, I was remembering that I was on the horror movie Mystery Series Part 1, and didn't we just talk about this movie about Shadow of the Vampire?
Well,
so by disqualification, I guess I got a vote for Thanksgiving anyway. Since last week, I haven't seen Shadow of the Vampire, so it didn't matter. But yeah, Thanksgiving by default.
I got a question then. Is Nosferatu in any of these? The original silent one?
I don't think so, but
I think yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at part 4 and see if it's going to be on that one.
But again, I didn't notice this one. So
yeah,
that make a good substitution.
Yeah, well, Thanksgiving had the votes anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
Well,
it didn't make it through
over the original Nosferatu, though, I don't think it would have had the votes.
We got I Am Not a Serial Killer against Jacob's Ladder. All right. So Jonathan is up next.
Yeah, that's me. I have not seen I Am Not a Serial Killer. When you posted that list, I was like, what is that? And I had to look it up.
I'll tell you what it is.
No, I had to look it up. I looked it up for myself, though.
Yeah.
I read the synopsis. But I haven't seen it. Jacob's Ladder, weirdly directed by Indecent Proposal and Fatal Attraction director Adrian Lyne. Yeah, those sexy dramas there. And thrillers. But Jacob's Ladder, I think it's his best movie. This is an interesting movie to process. And it is a tough one to conceive after you've finished the movie. But I think it is a fantastic movie about the portrait of a paranoid schizophrenic, in which, like, we are confused as to what's going on, and then we, focus on the confusing nature of what the character is going through in the movie. So I think, and also we ask ourselves, what do we perceive as real? What is real? And Tim Robbins does a great job conveying that paranoia throughout the film. So it is a difficult movie to think about after the movie's over. However, it is done very, very well. And I applaud that bold risk. So I will vote for Jacob's Ladder by default because I haven't seen I'm Not a Serial Killer. But Jacob's Ladder is a very good movie. So that's my vote.
Yeah. Wolf, yeah.
Because I've only seen one of these, I'll make this very short and sweet. I am not a serial killer. I'm a Wolfman, but I'm not a serial killer. So I'll go Jacob's Ladder.
All right. Just we have that clear. Because you kind of look like it in some pictures. But Mike standing next to Captain Newton.
Yeah, that's my serial. It's my lost screen. My serial killer mugshot.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Catherine, get away from him.
Yeah. but Austin, what do you think?
I am not a serial killer either. At least that's my, that's what I claim. Whether or not you believe me, you can go check the backyard. No, I like Jacob's Ladder a lot. I think that movie's super underrated and really creepy. Yeah, when he's seeing like the weird people in the back of the cars and in the subway windows and shit, like it's really, really creepy for more of a psychological thriller. But I dig it, and yeah, a nice uncredited Macaulay Culkin appearance as well, if you remember. There's a brief little cameo in there. But I'll go Jacob's Ladder. That movie's great.
Yeah.
So I watched I'm Not a Serial Killer for this, and the movie's really good. It's got kind of mostly an unknown cast that I don't know, but it does have Christopher Lloyd in it, and he's just playing like a creepy kind of neighbor guy. But the story's about a kid who's like trying to solve some murders that happen, and then finds out it's got some the killer might be like some kind of supernatural type of killer, and it's kind of interesting where it goes. And I'm actually not a big fan of Jacob's Ladder. I just have a hard time connecting to just the weirdness of it, and just like, I don't know, like I just don't love it. But I did really like I'm Not a Serial Killer, so I'll vote for that.
Yeah.
I cannot say the title of the first movie because that would be a lie. So I'll go for Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, confessions.
All right.
That's what a serial killer would say. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was you.
Yeah.
It was me all along.
Yeah. But Kyle, did you vote?
I'm definitely not a serial killer either, and I have seen this. It's an okay film, but I do really enjoy Jacob's Ladder, and I really enjoyed the concept of the movie too. It was really enjoyable. So I got to go with Jacob's Ladder.
All right, there we go. Okay, going down to Totally Killer, fairly recently, and Hereditary.
Malcolm called it.
Yeah, sure. Wolf.
Yeah. So Totally Killer was a Totally Killer movie. I thought Kiernan Shipka was really great in this, and the killer was fun. It was a fun little time travel movie. Honestly, I know Christopher Landon's not directing the Scream movie, but if they ever wanted like another Scream director, like this director would actually be fitting, because like it kind of gave me that kind of Scream vibe. Like I feel like they could do something with that. But obviously I'm going to go with Hereditary. Like Hereditary is just absolutely just a masterpiece. It is excellent, and it is truly Ari Aster's best film, I think, over the years. Just rewatching it, there's so much haunting imagery in here, and Ari Aster just is one of my favorite filmmakers working today as well. He just, everything he touches, from Midsommar to Hereditary, Beau is Afraid, like everything that he does is excellent right now. And this is definitely no exception to it. This is one of the most frightening films I've seen in quite some time. So, and Toni Collette should have been nominated for an Oscar. The fact she wasn't, like, that just proves the Academy's horror bias. She should have won the Oscar that year. Like, there's no better female performance that year that came out. There's none. You cannot make an argument for it. It is just, she was that good. And she should have fucking won an Oscar for that movie. I'm so pissed to this day about that. So yeah, I'll say Hereditary.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
I watched like half of Totally Killer and didn't finish it. I don't know. I meant to, and I just never did. So I'll vote for Hereditary.
Sure. Yeah, so I think Totally Killer is awesome. Like it's got a cool the time travel vibe and all that stuff. It really works, and it's a fun time, but it's no Hereditary. Hereditary, yeah, is like a near masterpiece. It's so good, and it's not even my favorite Ari Aster movie. I'm more into Midsommar, but that's like neck and neck though. It's like there's some totally like disturbing things in Hereditary, and then you have like Toni Collette and Alex Wolff. I mean they're both playing it up, but I mean especially Toni Collette, she's like on another level. But yeah, I think that's great. So I'll go with Hereditary. Eric.
Yeah, I really like Total Killer. Out of the time travel, time loop slashers, is actually my favorite between this and Happy Death Day and The Final Girls. I like Total Killer the best.
Oh.
It's probably just me. I like Courtney Chipka a lot. I can relate to her. She's a Gen Z like me, and she plays it up. I think it's funny. But Hereditary is part of one of my favorite experiences. Watching a movie in theaters, me and my two other friends were totally freaked out. It was just amazing, especially after that scene. We were just like shaking in our seats. It's great. I disagree with Wolfman in the sense that Olivia Colman was a very worthy winner that year. She won for The Favorite. I think she's great. But Toni Collette should have been nominated and probably close to winning as well. I'll go Hereditary. And
Yeah. Kyle.
Totally Killer was an awesome fun slasher. But Hereditary, Ari has to definitely put himself on the map. My goodness, some of the scenes in there are just bonkers. Especially the scene where, you know, the daughter gets her head knocked off by that pole and the brother's reaction. And not even saying anything, just leaves her body in the vehicle. I mean, Toni Collette's performance is definitely the best performance of the movie. It's just amazing. And there's some eerie scenes that I just love, and the cam work is just amazing, especially when the father catches on fire too. Yeah, I gotta go with Hereditary.
Yeah. Jonathan.
So Totally Killer was fun. It was a fun surprise, despite cringeworthy dialogue that felt so overwritten in that movie. It's a I don't like that kind of dialogue where it's overwritten and cringeworthy. Like teenagers talk like screenwriters. But it is a fun movie. But y'all said it. Hereditary. Toni Collette, her scream when she discovers something happened. Oy. Ay. That's like a mother's worst nightmare right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toni Collette, Hereditary sweep.
I showed my mom Hereditary once, and she literally started bawling at just her scream happening because like she was able to relate so much as a mother. She's like, that is a true mother like instinct. Like, and it's just like,
Well, and also they for Totally Killer, they do kind of talk like screenwriters. They even mentioned Back to the Future and all that stuff. That like total exposition. It's like.
But yeah, this is how it came up in the wheel. I swear. Sometimes we get these goofy, weird, matchup because we got Dracula and Interview with the Vampire, but he's not interviewing Dracula. He's interviewing Lestat. So, but yeah, and me first. So Interview with the Vampire was a blind spot for a long time till about 3 years ago. Finally sat down and watched it. I thought it was okay. I think it's all right. It's very 90s, like. Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise are hot, aren't they? Like it's like the whole movie. I actually thought the stuff with Christian Slater interviewing, like Brad Pitt, like those segments were kind of the best thing about the movie. I wish there'd been more of that because I enjoyed it. I thought Kirsten Dunst was good. Like again, technically it's not bad. Antonio Banderas is fun when he shows up, yeah, I love the original Dracula. I like all those old school like Universal monster movies. I think they're a lot of fun. Man, they're really great to watch around the Halloween season because they're all like 70 minutes or 65 minutes, man. You're in and out and they gets the job done. So I like a lot of them. I'll go Dracula. Jordan.
Yeah, this one's actually kind of tough for me because I don't like necessarily love vampire movies unless they're, I don't know. There's certain ones though. I have a handful of them, like about 4 or 5 that I really do like. And these are 2 of them that I really like. And yeah, Bela Lugosi in the is really good playing Count Dracula. And yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a remake and bring back Johnny Depp and be Bela Lugosi. I don't know. Or I can't remember if he played Bela Lugosi in that. Maybe
no, he didn't.
No, that was
Ed Wood.
Ed Wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like just bring back that vibe, though. You know.
You mean, yeah? What's his
Look.
name? Martin Landau that played Bela
Martin
Lugosi.
Yeah,
Well,
he won the Oscar for playing.
Yeah.
Bela
well,
Lugosi,
he's
too.
not alive though, right? Martin Landau. I don't
It's
think.
going to be incredibly difficult to top that performance.
Yeah, yeah. But just saying, like moving that vibe, that kind of like vibe would be cool. But Interview with the Vampire, I really dig it. I think that that's a fun journey. You get to see them go on like a real journey everywhere that they're traveling. Tom Cruise is doing something different than what he normally does in a lot of these action movies. Kristen Dunst, I think, is really good in it. And then like most of the main cast is actually really good. I mean, Christian Slater, Brad Pitt, Tandy Newton, Antonio Banderas. So yeah, I think I'll give the edge to Interview with the Vampire. So yeah, Eric.
Yes. So I didn't knew which movies were going to be here today, but I did saw Dracula yesterday. Again, I had seen it before, but I saw it because I'm kind of sleepy. I should
Did
see
you
a
watch
movie
the
that's very
Spanish
short.
version that's included with all the things?
That's the one I want to see next. I haven't seen the Spanish version.
Okay,
I've heard it's better.
Some
I'm
people
probably going to
prefer
agree
the
later.
Spanish version that they filmed with all the same sets and everything. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, like the one thing that's lacking out of the Spanish Dracula is Bela Lugosi's performance, who is actually great, and Ramfield is also pretty great. What's his name? Something Fry is his last name. I had it right here. Dwight Fry. Yeah, he's great as Ramfield. He has those very manic eyes. He gets a very great performance. And that and the atmosphere, it's the only great stuff about that movie because I think it drags a little. I think it plays up like a play a lot. Like there's a lot of oh yeah, the kid's transforming into a wolf over there, but we never get to see anything interesting happening. But it's fun. It's short. It deserves to be part of history. I like Frankenstein a lot better personally out of the classic movies. Interview with the Vampire. I just need to see Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, and Antonio Banderas being hot. I that's all I need. But I'll still go Dracula because it's a classic, I guess.
Kind of, yeah.
I think I'm going to appreciate it a lot. Yeah.
I enjoyed Interview with the Vampire, but I also love Dracula. It's one of my favorite Universal monster films. Bela Lugosi's awesome as vampire, especially for a black and white movie back then. I really enjoy Dracula, so I gotta go with the original Dracula.
Yeah, sounds good. Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm actually on the same wavelength as you, Jordan. I don't love vampire movies, but we already put one great vampire movie through. But here, they're both kind of even for me. They're both good. I thought Interview with the Vampire was a little long. I thought there was a moment where it should have ended. Although the ending is great. Yeah, Tom Cruise has a blast. Brad Pitt, delivers a good performance. Kirsten Dunst actually is the standout. But Dracula, it cemented that vampire genre. It started the whole subgenre there. So, just for classic's sake, let's vote Dracula.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't be here. I'm the Wolfman. All right, these are vampires. We're doing a vampire matchup right now. It's like,
well, hurry up and vote.
This is one of those things because they're my rivals. I can't be here. I'm not huge on vampire movies either. But I like them whenever like Let the Right One In, like we talked about, and a few other ones. I like them when they're really well done. They're really well done. And Dracula is really good. I enjoy that one quite a bit. Interview with Vampire is pretty overrated. My sister was obsessed with it because she thought like it was just hot boys being hot boys for 2 hours, and I was like, I'm not into this as much, but it's fine. But yeah, I'll go Dracula.
All right.
So basically, it's a Halloween version of Abercrombie and Fitch. So.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
All right. We're done with the one half of the bracket. Let's jump to the other half, and we'll do that right after this commercial message.
They're squirmy and wormy and purple and green. The grossest little creatures that you've ever seen. Creepy crawlers. Build a monster mold with the colored plastic goop and make a creepy crawler from a yucky monster soup. They're yucky, squirmy, wormy, very scary, sometimes hairy, squiggly, wiggly, creepy crawling. Creepy crawlers. Gross out your sister and embarrass your dad. You can be a little creep without being bad.
Creepy Crawler's Workshop with plastic goof.
Now that kid at the end looked like he could be a serial killer.
Yeah.
All right.
I used to do this with my friends all the time.
So we're not doing bad on time, but we'll probably pick up the pace just a smidge. So if you guys could please, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Werewolves Within versus Dawn of the Dead, the OG Dawn of the Dead. So we are up to Jordan.
Yeah, so I actually love Werewolves Within. I think that it's a lot of fun. It's a good kind of horror comedy. Sam Richardson, he's really good in it. And then Harvey Guillen, who would go on to be in a vampire series, but and yeah, I had fun with it. And I'm just like I do like the original Dawn of the Dead. I'm just at the camp where I like the remake better. I just do. So I'm actually kind of a Zack Snyder fan. So so for that, I'm just gonna vote Werewolves Within and see where it goes. So
Yeah, so you were down with the sickness. Gotcha.
You're down with Richard Cheese. Gotcha.
Yeah, I like Richard Cheese. Yeah, he's got a good voice. But yeah, Eric.
Yeah, I haven't seen the original Dawn of the Dead. It's a major blind spot of me. I have seen the remake. I like it fine. Werewolves Within is probably the best video game movie out there. Like, it's not a famous video game, so it's kind of not fair. But it's just such a fun movie with a great concept. Like, they are trapped in this like mountain town. I don't know how to describe it. It's snowy. It's a storm out there. And yeah, Sam Richardson is great in this movie. He's a lot of fun. The girl who plays she's like a male person. She's great. She's great. What's her name? Milana Weintraub, I think is her name.
Yes.
She's also great. Yeah, and Harvey Guillen is also a lot of fun in this one. It's just a really fun movie. You should check it out if you haven't. I think it's on Prime. Yeah, Werewolves Within.
Yeah.
Just FYI for anybody wondering, if you too, Eric, there's like a goofy rights thing with Dawn of the Dead right now, so it's not on streaming. But if you go on YouTube, there are like good HD quality full versions up on YouTube, so you can watch it in HD.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh wow!
Like it is clear. Yeah, people have uploaded like the extended cut, things like that.
Very
So-
good.
So it is, yeah, it's on YouTube, but it's in good quality. You can go check it out. So should do that. But
Nice.
Kyle?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the remake Dawn of the Dead. I still enjoy the original because that's great Tom Savini effects, especially that head explosion you see quickly. And that scene where Steven gets tapped with the zombies is cool. But I do love the concept. But I've seen Werewolf Within. It is a fun werewolf film, and I do really enjoy this one. So I got to go also with Werewolves Within.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Oh boy. So I already spoiled up the top that out of the 5 first-time watches, I like them all, and Werewolves Within is another one. And this is probably my least of the 5 that I liked, but I still enjoyed it. It's a fun movie. It's basically another concept, another concept of Clue, another spin of it, as to who's attacking people, who's killing these people. Yeah, it's fun. The characters are a bit one-dimensional for my taste, a little too wacky, a little inconsistent with comedy. But Dawn of the Dead, the original, is a fantastic movie set in the mall. It's very claustrophobic, and yeah, it is done very, very well by George Romero. So yeah, my vote will go to Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, so not to toot my own horn or brag or anything, but I got to see Werewolves Within like a couple weeks early at the Tribeca Film Festival when it premiered there. So that was pretty fun.
Oh,
and
and how was it?
I really had a lot of fun with this film, and it is one of the better werewolf movies we've had in recent years. And Harvey Guillen, I actually got to meet him at a convention. Super nice guy.
So did I.
Yeah, he's really chill, and this is a really great werewolf movie. Dawn of the Dead is a classic. I just looked it up on YouTube. Yeah, there are full versions of it up on YouTube, so it's finally available for people to watch on streaming because it's been not available for years. And I got to see it when they did the 3D remaster of it in theaters, and that was That was really cool. And
Nice.
yeah, Dawn of the Dead is truly a classic. I know I am the Wolfman, but like, come on, it's going up against a classic like Dawn of the Dead. I can make exceptions every once in a while. So I'll say Dawn of the Dead here.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, no, I am I the only one that thought Werewolves Within was just fine? I don't know. I got bored with it after an hour. Like it's just I didn't love it. Yeah, the OG Dawn of the Dead is in my top 32 favorite horror movies that we did with me versus Andres. 4K set looks amazing. It's great. I got there. Yeah, it's good stuff. We gave away one on the channel. Shout out to Z Man.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll give you one. And shout out to Alec Miller. I believe he got my package with the other stuff too. So
yeah,
make sure you subscribe. You can get our next giveaway. But yeah, Dawn of the Dead rules. It's great. If you haven't seen it, it's great 70s greatness. It's a lot of fun. So that'll make it a tie. This is our only second tie. We went to. I know Erick's at the bottom. We went to Kyle for the first tiebreaker earlier, so we'll scoot up to Jonathan. We'll come back around to Erick. So Jonathan's got the tie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Okay, there we go.
You did that on purpose because you knew where he was going, right?
That's what it was. Kyle had the first tiebreaker. He can attest to that.
So could have gone down to Erick.
Oh yeah,
I was going to vote for Dawn of the Dead.
We don't go backwards. So we go forward.
That's true. That's true.
Reanimator and a recent one, Arcadian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Arcadian looks. I don't know. I'll pull it up in a second, but I'll talk about something about that poster. Erick, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what Arcadian is. Nicolas Cage. Might check it out later.
Yeah,
I haven't seen either of these.
You can tell what's going on by how darkly they filmed the movie. I hate that shit.
I hate that. Might not see it there.
You can't see a goddamn thing in that.
That's not good. All right.
Yeah.
I could.
I need to see. I haven't seen Reanimator, but I'm going to vote for it anyway. It's a classic. I heard. I need to see it. I have many blind spots. But it's a good thing to have. You haven't seen great movies? Check it out.
Hey, check it out for. Hey, it's a perfect month to check out stuff like that. Yeah, go watch it. It's really fun. Yeah, Reanimator rules.
Kyle.
I haven't seen Arcadian, but I do love Reanimator. It's one of my favorite 80s classic. Barcraft is in it as well. I love the concept. I really enjoy this. Everything. I just really enjoy this one. This is one of my favorites. I gotta go Reanimator.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Yeah, I haven't seen Arcadian, but Reanimator was a whole lot of fun. I watched it last year. It's a very crazy horror movie. It basically, it was reminiscent of a Looney Tunes episode featuring Marvin the Martian, but it adds that satirical tone onto that storyline. And director Stuart Gordon just pokes fun at that story very well, and it's very clever. So. Yeah, it is a disgusting movie, but I'm gonna go for Reanimator. It's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, Arcadian wasn't only like so dark that you couldn't see what the shit was going on, but without giving away any spoilers, really, all I'll say is it's a creature feature of sorts, and pretty much like whenever the creatures do show up, they use CGI, and like their whole bodies are like it's like weird. They're like vibrating all over the place, and it's like you can't even. I'm like, what is going on? This is just very funky. But I mean, Nicolas Cage is really good, but he's only in it for like 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, he's not in it.
He's like barely in it. He's on the front of the poster. It's mostly the two kids. He's like barely in the film. Yeah, but he's still really good in it. But yeah, Reanimator. Have my Arrow video Blu-ray here.
Nice.
I love it. It is an absolute hysterical horror comedy, and I just every time I watch it, I just get an absolute kick out of it. So I'll go Reanimator.
Yeah. Austin.
No, I'm about to show my girlfriend Reanimator. We got a whole stack of stuff we're gonna watch this month. I showed her From Beyond already. Been showing her some nice gooey horror movies, getting ready for the substance.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you can handle, I showed her Society. I showed her From Beyond. I'm going to show her Reanimator. I'm like, if you can handle these, you might be able to handle the substance. So yeah, we watched those. So Reanimator is going to be pretty soon. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's this and From Beyond are great double features.
That's what. You gotta rip the Band-Aid off quick and just do the substance first. Be like, hey,
no, and then she's getting, although she's getting great. she's getting brave. We watched Terrifier today, so she's.
Oh, I just watched it for the first time.
Yeah, she's getting brave, so we're gonna watch Terrifier 2. She might go with me to see Terrifier 3. We'll see. I just wanted to say, yeah, this is suspicious in that, like, this poster. I'm gonna scroll in a little bit so you can get the side by side. But this, Nick Cage, he's looking to the left there, I guess, or whatever. It looks suspiciously like the Left Behind poster where he's looking the other way.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there. It's kind of, I don't know. I think we're reusing a couple of things, but I'm voting for Reanimator.
Yeah. So I saw Arcadian in theaters. It might have been.
I did too.
Like a mystery movie, or I can't remember, or maybe they just showed it, like for like the 1 week.
Yeah, Shudder's been doing some theatrical releases this year, which is like really cool. So
yeah, and when I saw it, I didn't think that it was too dark or anything. I thought that was fine, but my main criticism is that Nick Cage isn't in it much, and I wanted more Nick Cage, but he's barely in it. But the two kids are good. You got Jaden Martell as one of the kids, so I recognize him. And yeah, there's some interesting stuff that happened. I don't think that it's bad. It just should have had more Nick Cage. But yeah, Reanimator is a classic. I think that that's fun, and and I think more people need to see it. I just think like maybe like not that many people have seen it outside of like diehard horror fans, but yeah, so it's always a good one to show to people if you think they can handle it. So yeah.
No, it's a party movie once it gets going.
Yeah.
It's a good drinking movie. You take a couple drinks, you watch this movie, you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
So
I think it's better than that. It's really good.
Got the OG Black Christmas. And we have Godzilla and Mothra battle for Earth. In 1997. All right, so nobody besides me is voting for that, so I'm the only one who will vote for that. So
because Black Christmas rules.
Fine, I get it. I'm the Godzilla guy.
Actually,
okay.
I would have voted Godzilla.
Oh boy. Well, everybody else will. So yeah, I get it. I'm the Godzilla guy. Nobody else is gonna vote for it. It's fine. It was the only Godzilla movie in this tournament. What are you gonna do? It's fine. And even I will say that it's a remake of Godzilla versus Mothra they made in the 90s. It's pretty good. It's fine. So
yeah,
it's all right. Aliens and Last Night in Soho.
In my opinion.
Okay. All right. I think it's a little obvious, but we'll talk about it. Kyle?
I really enjoyed Last Night in Soho. I think I told Joe was awesome with it. I love where it goes at the end with the twist and everything. I do really enjoy this movie. It was I went with it with no expectations, really good. But Aliens, I really love Aliens. I think it's it's an amazing sequel. It went more action. I think it's more fast paced. I do love the original Alien, but Aliens, it's a lot of fun. Me and Michael just reviewed this last month too. So,
nice.
Yeah. So, but Jesus and stuff because I do love both movies, but I gotta go with Aliens on this one.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Well, I applaud the production design and the costumes and the ideas and its themes in Last Night in Soho regarding toxic masculinity in different times. And I did like Anya Taylor-Joy's performance. I don't know. Thomas and Mackenzie did not work for me.
Really?
No, she did not work for me. I thought her performance was bland, and I just did not buy her, rebellious behavior and her obsession when she loses her sanity. And the third act, I think it just went off the rails. This was my first Edgar Wright movie I disliked, and I thought it was a big disappointment for me. So, but Aliens, Aliens. Move on. It's great.
Yeah. Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, you got like kind of two crushes right now with for me with Thomasin McKenzie and Anya Taylor-Joy in this movie, and I thought Last Night in Soho was really good. I thought it's a kind of a really underrated Edgar Wright film, and I think the cinematography is beautiful. I think the performances were pretty good for the most part. I mean, I think Anya Taylor-Joy is like that was the intention of her character. I don't think it was like. I think she played her role for the character she was supposed to be, like, well enough. but yeah, Aliens. I mean, it's Aliens. But I do want to show this off real quick. This was a photo taken at the con of someone who dressed up in the Ripley.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, which is like really really cool.
That's awesome.
And then someone else who this was the star of the show for me. This was someone dressed up as an actual xenomorph right there. And what was and the mouth thing actually came out too, like the xenomorph mouth thing, how it pops out like this. And what's cool is there was actual water coming out of them. I can show up there. But yeah, right there.
Wow,
that's the xenomorph costume that he was wearing. And yeah, what was cool about it is actually had like water dripping from its mouth. So it was that's what I thought was really cool. And someone was
freaked
actually
Wolf out too when the thing popped out of the mouth.
It freaked out because here you can go back to the full on camera mode. I'll just show this off real quick. But this is what it did, where it literally its mouth went like that. It did the contracting thing where it contracts out like that, and someone was following behind with a mop. Because water was dripping out of its mouth like it was the acid or whatever. It was wild how far they went with it. So kudos to some of these cosplayers who really go all out. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go Aliens here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Austin's going Aliens. All right, it's my turn.
Yeah, it's my favorite movie. Go Jordan.
No, you can talk about it if you want to, but
that's fine. That's fine.
Last
time I saw it was fine. It gets worse every time I see it.
Well, I think last time so was excellent. I'm a huge Edgar Wright fan, and like I really dug it. I really liked Thomasin McKenzie's performance in it, and like the cinematography, yeah, for sure. The colors, the stuff in like the dance club when they're like looking in the mirror, and it's just really good. But yeah, it's Aliens. I mean, I slightly prefer the OG original Aliens, but I mean this one's like right there, neck and neck. So yeah, Aliens. But Eric, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Last Night in Soho since the first time I saw it. I'm afraid I'm going to like it a lot less every time I see it. Same as Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything to add to Aliens, so like Aliens is moving on.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Going down to the Blair Witch Project and the Cabin in the Woods. So two movies that take place in the woods that involve a cabin, kind of. All right, Jonathan.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Blair Witch Project. Yeah. Obviously, it was a touchstone for this kind of filmmaking, and it was very scary. Unfortunately, I've only seen it once. So I'm going to go rewatchability and vote for Cabin in the Woods because it is one of the funnest horror experiences ever. It is so much fun. I just, the way they take that premise and spin it around with a clever satire, tackling all these villains and make it into a, let's just say a fantasy horror draft. It's really fun. And, the ending, it's okay, but the Cabin in the Woods, it's really fun, and it does have one laugh for me that involves Chris Hemsworth and a bike. Let's just say that, and let's leave it at that. So I'm going to vote for the Cabin in the Woods.
Well, you said the ending is okay. That ending
that's the only part I don't like.
Oh man,
they do a little much
endings ever in a movie. Yeah, but Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, so the Blair Witch Project is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I think that this thing is terrifying. It's the perfect example of nothing happening but everything happening. Where it's like because it's like you're watching it, it's like, oh, people just walking around the woods, people just doing this and that, but like because they never show the witch, you just hear their screams, you just hear all this stuff. They never show what's going on, really. It makes it more terrifying. It's the fear of the unknown. And I think that's really, really brilliant the way they do it. It just turned 20 this year, and I was gonna do a 20-year anniversary watch party or watch along for it. But then as I was rewatching it, I was like, this is a movie that would watch along would suck for this. Because you can't say because you can't
26. It's 1998.
It is
Oh,
26.
No, it
25.
99 technically, because it premiered at like Sundance in like 98 or something like that, and then it like went to actual
So it's so it's 25 years for it then.
25 years is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna do a 25-year anniversary, but yeah, I was like, nothing really. You can't really talk about anything in this movie, like in a watch party. So I decided not to do that. So, but yeah, great film. Cabin in the Woods is great, but it's won a tournament. It's time to get Blair Witch Project some love and push that through. So,
Yeah.
There's another tournament coming up.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Not over Cabin in the Woods. That's what I'm voting for. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Sorry, but Blair Witch. I defend Blair Witch. I do like it. It worked for me last time I watched it again. Yeah. But no, Cabin in the Woods fucking rules. That movie's awesome and one of my favorite theater experiences of all time. So yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate matchup because when I first saw the Blair Witch Project, like. They duped me. I thought that was like real footage of like they just found some footage. When they said found footage, they found this footage that's real footage of these people out in the woods. That's what I thought, and so that actually enhanced my experience, made it scarier, and yeah.
Did you also think a monster rampage through New York City when you watched Cloverfield?
No, I didn't think that. No,
okay.
No, that was totally
wait. No, I'm the only one that thought that. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe if they actually showed the monster, then maybe I could have thought that, but they don't really do that. But Cabin in the Woods is awesome. I love the ending. That's what does it for me, because there's some parts like in the middle, I think, that drag a little for me. But when you get to that ending, it just brings it home for me. So yeah, I'll go Cabin in the Woods. Eric.
I like them around the same. I'll go for Blair Witch Project because A is a shorter movie out of these two, and it was released on the year I was born. So yay for Blair Witch Project. Good year.
Yeah, there you go. Kyle.
I really enjoyed Cabin in the Woods. I do love that movie as well, especially when they let all the creatures out of their cell. That's really goes bonkers.
Yeah,
but I love it. I love the ending. But I also love the Blair Witch Project, which was so cool. I finally got to interview one of the directors in August. That was very cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and then this was a neat concert. I love the documentary style. They went for like really found real footage, and I thought the cast they chose to play these people were awesome. The way it ends is just very creepy and that's forest. So. This is definitely a hard choice, but I have to go with Blair Witch on this for once. So
okay, all right, it's time we go to Wolf.
Hey, Cabin in the Woods is one tournament. Let's go Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
You got Alligator. And I saw the devil.
Oh.
Showtime. All right. Well, two movies Jonathan watched recently, so we'll get to you in a second because you're last, so you can think about it. Wolf, you're up first.
Well, I'll make this short. I saw the devil, but I didn't see Alligator, so I'll see. I saw the devil.
So how did you? Alligator. So Michael, how did you see the devil then? Where did he appear?
In my nightmares. Yeah.
Good answer.
Right answer. If there's anything else, they'll be like, okay.
I know I saw the devil. It's been forever since I watched that movie. Probably been about 15 years since I watched that movie. Because I think it's like a 2009 or something like that. Whatever it is. But yeah, I saw it when it came out. I haven't seen it since then. Alligator is one of my all-time favorite animal attack creature features. I was so happy when they brought out a 4K and remastered it finally because I had an old shitty DVD of it for a long time, and now it's on 4K. This movie rules. It's a lot of fun. Some great practical stuff. Robert Forster is great, and Tarantino has always said he considers Jackie Brown a spiritual sequel to Alligator. That Robert Forster, yes, that he moved from Chicago to like LA or whatever, and kind of after this incident, and kind of went underground, and then became a bail bondsman from being a cop, which makes sense. So he said that canonically it kind of works. So I'll go with alligator. I love alligator. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, Austin, you sent me that old shitty DVD. I have it. So
yeah,
that's how I saw it. so yeah.
I got the 4K version. Here's my shitty DVD.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yes.
Usually Austin will do that from time to time, and I appreciate it.
Hey, I've given him Blu-rays when I've upgraded 4K too from Blu-ray. So I've done that before.
Yeah, but yeah, Alligator's awesome. I love Robert Forster. I'm a huge Robert Forster fan. I think that he's a great actor. Rest in peace. I didn't realize when he passed away that he was that old. I thought, but yeah. And I have not seen The Devil, so I have not seen that movie. So I'll go Alligator. Erick.
Yeah, I see The Devil every time I look at the mirror, so I don't know if I want to see the movie itself.
Yeah,
I might have seen Alligator at one time on cable. I don't remember much of it, but it's likelier I'm going to see it again because it's a shorter movie out of these two, so I'll go Alligator.
Oh, so Eric, you look in the mirror and you're like, "Ooh, you handsome devil."
Yeah,
that's right.
I mean, you can pull it off. All you have to do is just stick up your hair a little bit, you know?
Yeah, right. But Kyle, what do you say?
I have not watched Saw the Devil, but I have seen Alligator, and I love that Scream Factory did their version with it now, which is just awesome. And Alligator is just amazing. I love the effects. The wedding scenes is just hilarious, just amazing. But it's great factual effects. But Rob Forster is great in it, and how they supposedly destroy the alligator is just. I love the ending, so I really enjoy Alligator. So yeah, I'm going with Alligator.
Yeah. Jonathan.
Actually, you made my conversation much easier because now Alligator is going to go through, and I have no problem with that. I understand it because I did see both of these for the first time. I saw The Devil. Yeah, Al Pacino. He's the devil in Devil's Advocate, so it's fine. Anyway, but that movie, it is a brutal movie to watch. It is excruciatingly brutal movie to watch. I mean, I understand that you don't want to watch it again. I totally understand that because, I mean, a word of warning to first-time viewers: there's some extreme violence regarding rape in this movie and other torture as well. Yeah, this is gonna be tough to stomach, but it is a really, really good movie. A really good revenge psychological thriller about a detective going on the run to avenge his fiancée, who was at the hands of the killer, played by the actor who was in Old Boy. So he was the main character in Old Boy. And basically his mission is to hunt him down, and he does, but he lets him go so he can hunt him again. So it is very dangerous, very brutal. So, and I liked it a lot. It is my favorite first time watch, but I can understand myself that I may not revisit it as much, probably every 3 years, probably. So it is a terrific movie. Okay, let's get to Alligator. Alligator.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, let's move through. Praise it.
It's a fun movie. It is a lot of fun. It is so well constructed. It was surprisingly well constructed. Like every scene in the sewer was scary.
Louis Teague is a good director, man.
Yeah.
He's a solid director.
Yeah, it was not as great, when he's outside, but it was very good. Robert Forster, obviously, he takes command of this role. Michael Vigazzo from The Godfather Part 2. He's the chief. He's right there. Okay, the wedding crashing scene. Oh man. It is a badly funny scene, but like if you put Arnold in that scene, it's a scene from Commando or Predator because it's flying around in the air and women screaming, people getting chomped, and all I said to myself, why don't y'all go into the mansion? I mean, you could just hide in that alligator. And unfortunately, the people get screaming outside of the car because they get eaten. It's set in stone. So, but look, I know I Saw the Devil as a better movie, but I would have voted for Alligator because I would rewatch Alligator numerous times.
Oh yeah,
that was a surprise.
Yeah,
much more rewatchable.
Hey, I've been touting the praise of Alligator for like 3 years now on tournament fights. Okay, so hey, I was ahead of the curve. All right, you got Puppet Master versus the Invisible Man. All right, anybody voting for Puppet Master?
I haven't seen it.
No.
Those movies are not great.
I don't love the Invisible Man. I'm not a huge fan of that movie.
It's a better movie than Puppet Master. Trust me on this one.
Yeah.
I've seen all the Puppet Master movies. The best one is like a 2-star movie at best. So
Okay, then the Invisible Man.
yeah, let's just
At least it has a great Elizabeth Moss performance.
yeah, exactly. Night of the Living Dead and The Crazy. So we got a Romero versus Romero. So yeah, that's how I came up with the wheel. Classic Romero versus classic Romero. Yeah, this is interesting. Night of the Living Dead is still pretty good. I still prefer Dawn and Day over Night, but it's still a solid movie, and it's in public domain, so we could play it right now on the stream, and we wouldn't get copyrighted for it. It's interesting. Yeah, The Crazies is fun too. I think I prefer the remake just a slight bit more than the original, but the original's still good. I'll go Night of the Living Dead just by a little bit. Sure.
Yeah, so I've never seen the original Crazies. I've seen Night of the Living Dead, and that movie's awesome. Like it's got kind of old effects and whatnot, but I think that it still works. And I mean, you got Tony Todd in there, and
that is the remake.
Oh, it is? Okay.
What?
Why does Google do that? Where it's like the entire original cast, and then Tony Todd's there, and I'm like, is that like a
Dwayne?
young Tony Todd?
It's Dwayne
That's
something
weird.
in the original movie. Yeah, it's not Tony Todd. That's the remake from 1990.
Dwayne Jones. Okay.
Dwayne Jones. Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't trust Google. Like, the thing is, I don't bring up IMDb because it doesn't load very well on my computer, so that's why. It like freezes my computer when I go to IMDb. But yeah, but Night of the Living Dead though, it is really, really good. It sets the tone, and it's the original zombie movie, and it's good. Yeah. So I'll go with that, and also because I haven't seen the OG Crazies. So, but Eric.
Yeah, finally a Romero film I've seen. I really need to get to my Romero. He doesn't have that many movies, so I should check them out. But I've seen Night of the Living Dead. I thought it was a lot pretty good. I mean, not the first zombie movie, but the one that everybody thinks of when you think of first zombie movie. Dwayne Jones is pretty great in that one, and they're coming to get you, Barbara. It's a classic line. Let's go for Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. Kyle.
I've seen the original. I do prefer the remake, but the Night of the Living Dead is the reason why I love the zombie genre in the first place, and it is just the Romero zombies, and I love Night of the Living Dead. What else can you say? There's so many iconic scenes that movie. The way it ends too, it ends bleakly. So I do like the Night of the Living Dead. So go with the original.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, I have not seen The Crazies, not this version, but I have seen the original Night of the Living Dead. I like it. I don't love it, but the black and white cinematography really adds to that dreary tone, that dreary atmosphere, that bleak atmosphere. So I'll vote Night of the Living Dead, available on Criterion.
Yeah, that was weird.
And available everywhere on YouTube because it's public domain. That's right. And on every streaming service because it's public domain. So.
Yeah. But I brought up IMDb to double check the cast, and it immediately froze my computer. Like,
yeah, you're freezing a little.
Yeah, you're freezing a lot right now.
But,
yeah.
See, that's IMDb doing it because I can't bring that site up. But Wolf, what do you think?
Yeah, because Night of the Living Dead is public domain, I bet you it wasn't hard for Criterion to get that on. I know a lot of times you have to like dig deep for some movies and really fight to get some movies on Criterion, but like that one, it's just probably very easy. It is literally in every single horror movie you watch. Every horror movie you watch, they're gonna have a scene of someone watching Night of the Living Dead because they're like, hey, we don't have to pay money for this. Just throw that on.
Either that or they're watching Plan 9 from Outer Space, which is also public domain.
Exactly, yeah. So they're like watching one of those two all the time because they don't have to spend money on it. But yeah, it is an absolute classic, very timely in what it says and everything. And they even made a sort of sequel to it that came out this year. Actually, it was a to be original because Night of the Living Dead's public domain, so they're like, oh, we can make a sequel to it. and it's about like the kids of Dwayne in this movie. So it was like very or like his grandkids or something like that. I don't know. It was not good. But Night of the Living Dead is a classic for sure. The Crazies is also very good, but Night of the Living Dead is like the pinnacle zombie movie. Like he is the grandfather of zombie movies. So I would say Night of the Living Dead.
All right. All right, going down to Crawl, another alligator movie, and
this is a matchup.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
This is gonna be easy.
Yeah. So Jordan.
Yeah, this is easy. I don't love Crawl. I think it's fine. You know, I mean, but from Dusk Till Dawn rules. I think that's so good. It's probably the only movie where I liked Quentin Tarantino's acting in it. And just like how it just goes from like one bonkers thing to the next, and then they get to the titty twister, and it's just like all out chaos, and yeah, there's just fun characters like Cheech Marin showing up in multiple roles, and then just craziness ensues, and it's awesome. So I don't love a lot of vampire movies, but From Dusk Till Dawn is a great one. So I'll vote for that. Eric, what do you say?
Yeah, you can get my my Mexican citizenship removed because I haven't seen From Dusk Till Dawn. I really need to see
come
it.
on.
I'm probably going when I'm watch it. I'm going to be probably the biggest fan because I do like Robert Rodriguez a lot. He's an inspirational hero out of here, not specifically from here, but you get it. I actually really like Crawl. I don't know about the rest of you, but I had a lot of fun watching it. Like it stretches believability a couple times. The dog makes it through a lot of it. All of it, but that's what kept me like invested in the movie. You better not kill that dog, and he survives. But I also thought Barry Pepper and Kaya Scodelario are also pretty good in the movie. Like it's just a lot of fun. I watched it with a friend when it came out in theaters, and I'm not that scary, but he was super freaked out, and I just had a lot of fun watching it with him. I thought it was a great movie. My vote's for Crawl, but I need to see From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, sounds good. Kyle, what do you say?
I really enjoyed Crawl. It was a lot of fun, but From Dusk to Dawn, this was my introduction to Robert Rodriguez, and I love the effects in this. I love that it starts off like a normal crime, action film road movie, but then it just turns straight horror when they get to that strip club. Everyone starts to turn into vampires, and I love it. And I thought the cast was great, from George Clooney to Tarantino, Gillette Lewis, Harvey Keitel. I think the whole cast was great, and this is I really enjoyed this one. So I go with From Dusk to Dawn.
Yeah, Jonathan.
I don't like From Dusk Till Dawn.
Really?
Nope.
Oh man.
I
Hot take.
Okay. Anyway, I think that this movie is a little over stylized for my taste here. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't do it for me. It's not my kind of style here. A few good kills. I mean, and Salma Hayek. I mean, if you know, you know. Yeah, the snake.
Hey, her feet, man.
In her feet.
Yeah,
all the way in the mouth.
Yeah.
But Crawl, it's a good movie. I'm not over the moon for it, but it is a good brisk movie. It's pretty short. Good alligator movie. Now seeing alligator, I prefer alligator a little bit more, but I like Crawl, so I'll vote for Crawl.
Yeah. Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, so actually very convenient matchup because fun fact, not only does Tarantino love the movie Alligator apparently, but he also loved Crawl so much that he declared it his favorite movie of 2019 when he watched it. He was very much into Crawl, and probably because there is a lot of feet in that movie because she is barefoot throughout the whole movie. So he was probably just like, oh, okay, this is my cup of tea right here.
Including your movie. Crawl is your favorite because of the feet. All right.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I like both these movies. I'm a huge Tarantino guy. He's my favorite filmmaker, obviously, as you guys know. But From Dusk Till Dawn is one of like the lower films for me from him, but I still enjoy it. Crawl I thought was great. It did kind of crawl along, pun intended, whenever it like first started there at first, like the first like 20 or so minutes. And then but then like once it got going, it was like just a thrill ride the whole rest of the way. So
Yeah.
And I thought the performances were excellent. I forget the main girl's name in it.
Scodelario.
Yeah. She was so good. And then the actor who played her father, it was like really just them, and they were carrying the whole movie. It was really good. The effects, the creature effects were great. The tension was great. Alexandra Aja is a fantastic filmmaker. And no, guys, yes, Sam Raimi's name is attached, but this is not a Sam Raimi movie. You have no idea how many people at work have talked to me about Crawl. They're like, "Oh, that's like one of my favorite Sam Raimi movies." And I'm like, dude, it's not a Sam Raimi movie. Like, I have to keep on telling them that because
really?
it is an Alexandra Aja movie. He is just a producer. He literally just attached his name to it. It's like it. So, but yeah, it's still a good time. So I'll say Crawl.
Well, Austin, you're not going to play the laugh track for Wolf? You're not going to give him one? Yeah, there you go.
No.
But-
I'll take From Dusk Till Dawn because Alligator is the superior alligator movie. So,
but we can have an alligator matchup of Crawl versus Alligator.
I doubt that's gonna happen.
no, it's not gonna happen. But it's a tie to me. I'm putting through From Dusk Till Dawn. That movie rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie rules. Chopping Mall versus Leprechaun.
Chopping Mall! Oh my god, I'm so happy that's all here. That movie fucking rules.
Listen,
Sorry.
this is Chopping Mall, the last movie I saw.
Chopping Mall is a tournament fight winner.
It is, yeah.
Wow.
Can I ask all y'all, how good is Leprechaun?
Leprechaun stinks. It's not good.
All right, let's move on
Yeah.
Chopping Mall then.
Yeah.
Chopping Mall fucking rules. Chopping
Yeah, I
Mall
loved
is great.
I
I
haven't
love
seen
Chopping Mall.
Leprechaun. I haven't seen any Leprechaun.
Chopping Mall has won a tournament. It's awesome. It's 77 minutes of your life. It's greatness. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
but it's
in and out,
awesome.
and it's great.
Let me put it to you this way. I want to rewatch it.
One of the
It
best
has a great
standalone
poster.
horror
That
movies.
poster rules.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Yeah,
good.
And the
Chopping
title
Mall
is
is very
great,
good.
too,
It's
yeah.
very entertaining.
I want to like the Leprechaun movies more than I do, but the more I go back to them, I'm just like, man, Warwick Davis is like the only thing worth watching in this, and the rest sucks. Like it's just,
And the first isn't even like the best one. It's like
yeah, I really had that realization when we've done 2 monthly mistakes to those Leprechaun movies, and those are brutal. They're fucking bad. So yeah,
Look, Chopping Mall, the performances are not great, but the story is fantastic.
Darn right.
It's great. The music is great. It has
the
a
music
Dick
was
Miller.
good.
It has a Dick Miller cameo, which is always a good sign for an 80s horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Come on, Barbara Crampton. Come on, good stuff.
And
Yeah.
so Jennifer Aniston isn't any good in Leprechaun.
No.
What is that?
no, she
Oh,
like
The
hates
Descent.
that movie too.
So yeah, this is the Blob '88, the remake of the Blob against the Descent. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
Descent.
That's easy for me.
So Eric,
Oh, nice.
The Blob remake is great. It's I haven't seen the original one, so I don't know how better it is. But
much
as a
better.
singular movie,
much better, much
Yeah.
better,
Yeah.
way better.
yeah, it's a great movie. I saw it for the first time this year or last year. No, this year because I had a match against UPass, and you put it's a Frank Darabont written movie.
Mhm.
It's a lot of fun. I forgot his name, but Matt Dillon's brother is pretty fun in this one.
Kevin Dillon.
Yeah. What's her name? Shawnee Smith from Saw is also pretty fun. It has a good it's not a big twist, but it has a good way to twist up you think the football guy is going to be the hero, but the psych first one to die. Spoilers, I guess. But it has a great supporting cast. I forgot their names, but a lot of character actors are in this movie, and
A lot of Frank Darabont character actors that show up in all
Yeah,
his
yeah.
other movies. Yes.
Everyone you think is going to last doesn't last that much, like the cop and the waitress and all that. But just fantastic effects. I haven't seen The Descent. I heard it's great. Like it's one of those I need to see. So I'll go to Blob.
Yeah, Kyle, what do you say?
I love both of these films. Neil Marshall did an awesome job following dinosaurs with this ascent. It's an all-female cast. They're stuck in a cave. Those creatures they look creepy and scary. They're stuck in a cave, very claustrophobic. Really good. And the original end is very bleak. And the Blob, I really love the Blob. It's one of my favorite '80s films. Great effects. I think the cast is great, and I just really don't. It didn't love the whole movie for the beginning, so I gotta go with the Blob.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah, I like the Blob. I like the remake. It's good. I like it a little more than the original, but it's fine. I'm voting for The Descent because I thought the 2000s were a terrible decade for horror. And The Descent is one of the few stronger movies of the 2000s. It is probably one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. As they're in that cave, the whole movie, and it is like pretty much like red and a little bit of green throughout the whole film, and you can't see much from the female character's perspective. Yeah, and I do agree that the ending for the movie, it's okay. It's a little too conventional for my taste, but I do prefer the original ending, which is, like you said before, it's bleaker. So, but I'm voting for The Descent, hands down. I think it's a superb horror film.
Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah. So as someone who is an Eagle Scout, I've done a lot of caving in my days. And I will say that after seeing The Descent, when I was like, before joining the Scouts, I was like, when I would go caving, it just made it all the more terrifying. I was like always so scared something was going to pop out, like one of those creatures or something like that, or we would get blocked off in the cave and everything and all that stuff. Like that's like one of my worst fears. And The Descent plays it out in such good ways. I think the creature designs in this are really cool. It has one of my all-time favorite jump scares where they like turn on the night vision for the first time, and then things just like right there behind them, like holy shit, all that stuff. Like it's so good. I will say, I still love it when the monsters are there and attacking, but I feel like it loses, for me at least, because I love just claustrophobic the fact that they are blocked in a cave. You know, I feel like it just a hair loses just a little bit of like oomph to it once you introduce the creatures, because then it's like, oh, okay, like it doesn't feel as real, like a real terror kind of thing that could happen. But still really good. The Blob, yeah, this is a fantastic remake. One of my favorite remakes, one of the best horror remakes period of all time. I don't know if y'all have ever done a horror remakes tournament. That would be a fun one day.
We've done a good remake, bad remake tournament.
Yeah, we did that.
Where we did a good remake tournament. Blob was in there, and then we've done a bad remake tournament where some other stuff was in there. Yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna. Even though one thing I will say about the Descent too is the characters are really obnoxious. I will say that. Like they're like, oh my god. Like there were some characters I really wanted to die so badly. Like you have no idea. Like, I couldn't stand it.
Oh yeah.
And so just because of some of those issues I do have with it, I think I'll still go with the Blob. But I do love this. Actually, they're both really neck and neck. No, I'll go this in. But they're both neck and neck for me. But yeah.
All right. Austin.
No, I mean The Descent is good, but man, The Blob is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I love this movie so much. I think I've always said it should be talked about in the same vein as those other 80s horror, remakes we talked about, as far as, The Fly, The Thing, Body Snatchers from 78, like of just ones that are vastly superior to the original movie and just do the concept way better. And yeah, great practical effects, great cast. I think it's kind of a perfect horror movie just for what it is. And I'm not saying it's like the greatest movie ever made, but I'm just saying for what it's going for, it's a perfect little horror movie. It's 95 minutes. Doesn't have any wasted scenes, great payoffs, great setups. I think it's great. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So The Blob, easy.
Yeah, I think The Blob rules. The Blob is awesome. It's so good. And yeah, it has a really great cast of like, you could say character actors, but just for like actors for the time that they just worked really well. I even like seeing my guy Art LaFleur from The Sandlot. He popped up as like one of the dads or something.
He's the pharmacist dad, yeah.
Yeah. But with The Descent, I hate The Descent. I don't like that movie at all. I think that movie, like you talk about dark movies where you can't see anything, that's The Descent. Like it's not, because I understand that that's supposed to be dark, but I can't see anything. Like it's just I just don't. And it's just one stupid kill after the next. And the characters are so obnoxious. I just want them all to die. And I don't like the ending. The ending is dumb. And like it's just like a really or not convoluted, but like just like typical kind of
Conventional.
see. Yeah, conventional. That's the word. And just like, and I just don't care. Like,
Well, did you see the director's cut ending? Or...
I haven't seen that, so maybe that will make it a little.
That's a better ending.
Yeah, but
that's the darker ending.
But like, I mean, halfway through, I wanted to turn it off. I thought it was just horrible. I hated it. So sorry, but I got to go for the Blob.
Pretty That's easy. Cool. It's a good movie. It is a good remake. I do prefer that one over the original.
Very good remake. Yes.
Yeah.
28 Days Later and Cujo. Yeah. Kyle.
All right. So I've seen Cujo. It's one of my favorite more Stephen King movies. I think Dee Wallace is amazing in it. The kids, great in it. The performance, the dog's great. There's some unique kills. I see the concept. He gets bit by a bat. He goes evil. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. 28 Days Later. So this is 28 Days Later. This is the first one out of those zombie movies, right? Okay. So 28 Days Later, I think this is one of my favorite zombie films. Killing Murphy's amazing, and what Danny Boyle was able to do with this one. It was something different on that genre that we needed at that time, and I really enjoyed this one. And the way it ends was amazing, bonkers as well. So even though I do enjoy both movies, I gotta go with 28 Days Later.
Yeah. Jonathan, what do you say?
I really abhor Cujo. I really don't like that movie. It's a silly, evil dog movie that it just doesn't work. 28 Days Later, I'm gonna vote it. It's a good zombie flick, directed by Danny Boyle and featuring Academy Award winner Cillian Murphy. So 28 Days Later gets my vote.
Yeah. Wolf.
The movie, it's okay, but sometimes every once in a while, for whatever reason, I go dumpster diving, and just to see because sometimes people will throw away some really good stuff. You'll be surprised. And one time I found in really good condition a bunch of Stephen King books, and they included Cujo. So I actually I've actually gotten to read Cujo, and
dumpster copy.
Exactly. My own free dumpster coffee. There you go. But it's like one of those recycling dumpsters. So it's not like full on trash.
You can just picture that too.
It's like one of those kind of things. Like someone full on just threw because I recycle, and I'm every once in a while I look and see, is there anything in here? And someone threw in the paper area just a bunch of Stephen King books, and I was like, I'll take these. And so then I ended up getting a Cujo copy for free. The book's really good. I highly encourage y'all read the book. It's only 300 something pages too, so it's very quickly. The book's very good, but the movie's just okay. 28 Days Later, one of my favorite zombie movies. I can't wait for 28 Years Later, which I hear was shot entirely on an iPhone, so that'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to be curious to see Danny Boyle come back to this world because I love 28 Days and 28 Weeks. So yeah, I'll go 28 Days Later.
Yeah, Austin.
28 Days Later, Cujo is corny.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, it just is. Yeah. Look, I like Dee Wallace. I think she's trying her best, but it's a one-trick movie, and once the trick goes on for 90 minutes, it's the dog attacking the car over and over and over.
Yeah,
and over
I agree with you on that part.
What do we do with this? Look, if it was a short film in an anthology movie where it was 20 minutes, it would probably work really well. It really would. If it was just about a rabid dog and this. The mother and son trying to survive the car for a little 20-minute thing. Cool. It'd work. But not for a whole movie.
Yeah, I agree with that part. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing Cujo when I was way too young to see it because I didn't grow up being able to watch that many horror movies. But I remember that I was 8 years old and I walked into my parents' room and they were watching it. And I'm like, Mom, what happened to Beethoven? I'm Beethoven became rabid, and then after that, I kind of had a weird kind of fear of Saint Bernards. It was just weird. I don't know. I don't now, but I did for a while. But yeah, the movie's fine. It's kind of scary when you're a kid, and that's about it. But 28 Days Later rules. Like not very many movies generally terrify me, but this one it terrifies me, especially that open scene or the opening scene where it's just like nobody there, and then all of a sudden that they come running out of nowhere, and you see Cillian Murphy, and like it's just like really terrifying. Like it's one of the scariest zombie like moments I've ever seen. So yeah, or they're infected. I mean, you can call them zombies, but they're kind of rage. Like
they're rage infected.
Yeah. So 28 Days Later, yeah, for sure. But Eric.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Cujo the pity vote because I resent Jonathan's comment. Cujo was a good dog. He had rabies. He wasn't evil. Okay.
Yeah.
But it is a much better book. It's a lot shorter. I think I read the book a while ago. I'm just gonna give it the pity vote. Just with Louis Stick twice in this tournament.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I think it's safe to say Eric loves dogs.
I mean, I love dogs. It's just the movie, like Austin said, it's corny.
Yeah.
I resent the comment that it was evil. He wasn't evil.
Orca and Predator. Predator wins.
Yeah.
I'll watch Orca as a goof, but the movie's not great. So
Orca's fun. There's like a really cool kill in that I
so
love.
can I preview something? I was spinning the wheel, and there's another movie that Orca is a ripoff of that I was hoping it was still left on the wheel, and I was like, please let it go up against that movie.
Yeah,
and it didn't.
That's what I was hoping in my head.
Yeah, but it didn't quite happen. So yeah, Orca. You can watch it as a goof. It's silly, but yeah, it's fun. Yeah, Predator.
I'll give him Richard Harrison, Charlotte Rampling. I mean,
yeah, the Thing and Attack the Block. Yeah, I don't know if it has a chance, but we'll see, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a question. So The Thing is great, and that gets my vote. But the Attack the Block, when I was researching it, I was questioning if it was horror. I thought it was more sci-fi.
Yeah, but it's still monsters coming down, like alien monsters, and like attacking people in like a complex. Like I would still consider it like horror adjacent, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just to be clear, that's fair because I haven't seen it. So
yeah.
Flipchart considers it horror, so
okay.
So put it in.
Okay. Yeah, that was a tough call. I wanted to see it because it looks very good, but The Thing, it's The Thing. It's a Carpenter.
They're both about aliens, technically.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. It's a Carpenter classic. It's a very scary movie. So The Thing.
Yeah. Wolf, what do you say?
Yeah, I've not seen Attack the Block yet. That's a blind spot of mine. I gotta get on that at some point. I've heard great things about it though. But The Thing is my number one greatest horror movie of all time. Period. Point blank. Like there's nothing else that tops it for me. It is in my top 15 favorite movies of all time. So I freaking adore The Thing. And Keith David was at the convention that we went to. And that was really, really cool to see him and like meet him. I didn't get like a picture with him or anything, but I get to talk to him. So that's cool.
He walked like a foot in front of me, and I didn't realize that I was on the phone. I'm like, "Oh, that's Keith David." That's
right? Yeah, super cool. But yeah, so I'll go The Thing.
Yeah, Austin.
The Thing, but I mean, Attack the Block is fun. If you haven't seen it, it's a good time. Quick in and out, 90 minutes. Yeah, it's a good concept. I like a good one location movie, but it's The Thing.
Yeah, but just for a quick second, you should put me on full screen because someone at the convention did this awesome Thing cosplay, and it's like really cool. It's like that has like the face and like the thing
nice.
like going
Poster.
on like that. Yeah, so it's a poster.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's got to be The Thing. I think the Attack the Block is a lot of fun. I love John Boyega and Nick Frost is like the weed guy growing weed at the top of the building is fun, but. And they're going to defend their neighborhood, but yeah, it's just unfortunate it's going up against The Thing. So yeah, but Eric.
Yeah, I pity the fool who goes against The Thing. It's The Thing.
Yeah. Kyle.
I've never seen Attack the Block, and I go with The Thing. It's one of my favorite films of all time, and what the practical effects still hold up. And then the blood sample scene, I love how intense it is, suspense it is, and how it ends with Kurt Russell and Keith David at the end. It's just amazing. What else can you say about The Thing? I know me and Michael did a watch party to this a long time ago for the anniversary, wasn't it, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love The Thing. What else can you say about it? It's really good.
All right.
I can't believe that Christian Harloff waited so many years to watch The Thing. That was a thing for a while.
Final two matchups here. We're almost to the speed round. We'll speed it up. Two fairly recent releases. We got Barbarian and Abigail. Wolfman.
Yeah. So I watched Abigail in theaters this year, and it was a fun time. It was, it wasn't like groundbreaking or anything, but I thought she was excellent. The girl who played the young Abigail, I thought that was a great child performance, and such, and the rest of the cast, like Dan Stevens, all of them, they did a really good job. But like, yeah, she stole the show.
You met her.
Yeah, Catherine Newton, she was really good in there. And yeah, so so it's a fun time. Barbarian. Okay, so I just real quick want to say this. I've been going into a bunch of movies blind lately, like meaning I don't watch a damn thing for them. Like I did that with Strange Darling. I never saw anything, not even a trailer or nothing for Strange Darling. And by doing that, I enjoyed it immensely. Barbarian, I saw maybe one still image. That was it. I never watched a review. I never saw a trailer. I never did any of that. People just said, don't see anything. Don't see anything. Go in blind. I did that, and I enjoyed this immensely. This was really great. Justin Long was fantastic to see him back in here. And just like the scene where he's like measuring the Airbnb. One of the best comedic moments I saw all year that year. And I saw the film twice in theaters. I took my friend, who I swear we have to get him on the channel to do like horror reactions, because his horror reactions are great.
Oh, nice.
The moment the big like monster breaks out of the door at one point, he like literally shouted out of the top of his lungs in the theaters, being like, "Oh, holy shit!" Like as loud as he could. Everybody was like laughing. It was so great. So like he's like Josh McCouga when it comes to horror. It's excellent.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Barbarian here. I think that might have been my favorite straight horror movie of 2022. I say straight horror movie because Bones and All. I don't know if you
as opposed to a gay horror movie.
Yeah, right.
Horror movie. That's not
Zing.
Yeah.
I'm Austin. What do you say?
Yeah, I liked Barbarian, but I thought it was a little overhyped after I saw it, just because I've seen a dozen horror movies exactly like Barbarian. Like if you're a hardcore horror fan, you've seen horror movies exactly like that, and I think it just caught it's just one of those horror movies. Like sometimes they get all these hype, and then I watch them and I'm like, okay, I see why casual horror fans were like blown away by it, but I've seen horror movies exactly like this. It was like
the Substance is an exception to that hype.
I know. I'm just saying, like, everybody went bonkers for the Black Phone. I've seen a dozen horror movies exactly like the Black Phone, so it didn't do like a lot for me. Like if you've seen a lot of horror like I have, it just doesn't knock your socks off quite completely. I thought Barbarian was okay. I liked Abigail a lot. I just liked the performances, and I dug it. I wish the trailer hadn't given away so much, but and my only criticism, the movie's about 15 minutes too long. It just goes on a little too long in the third act. I wish it would have wrapped it up, but I'll still go with Abigail.
Yeah, like I think I'm kind of like 50-50 on trailers now, to where like if it's somewhere like I don't really mind if it spoils something, then I'll watch it. But if it's something where I'm like I want to go into it blind and like know as little as possible, then I'll maybe skip it or just watch the teaser or something like that. But yeah, I like both of these a lot. And Barbarian kind of felt like two movies, because you got the beginning with like Bill Skarsgård, I think, and then like halfway through you transition to Justin Long. I love him just being like a douchebaggy kind of guy that like nobody likes, and I think that's fun actually. And like he's doing like a funny voice sort of, but and then Abigail's fun, but I don't know. Like, so I thought from the trailers it was going to be like one way that I thought it was going to be they go into the house and then everyone tries to kill everybody, and I'm like, I've seen that a million times, but it wasn't that. It was different, and so that made it more interesting to me. And Yeah, it was a little tough, but I think I got to go with Barbarian. I think that one I like just a little more. So, Eric, what do you say?
Yeah, Abigail is like 2/3 of a pretty great movie, and 1/3 very messy, very long. It takes too long to start, especially knowing what it's about, and then the final stretch is very messy. I think everyone's great except for Matthew Good. I think he was miscast as the dad. I don't know. He didn't fit the part to me. He wasn't menacing or anything. Like he didn't seem to be had great chemistry with Abigail. I don't know. He's in a very short scene. So it doesn't matter. Barbarian is a movie that shouldn't work, and it totally works for me. Like I wasn't blown away or anything when I first saw it, but I did see it without knowing what it was about, and it was a lot of fun. Like the way it breaks the pace and starts showing us Justin Long, even if it doesn't make sense, like pacing wise, I think it's pretty great. So I'll go for Barbarian.
Yeah, Kyle, what do you say?
I enjoyed both movies. Abigail was I think the performance from the who plays Abigail did him awesome, especially when they realize how screwed they are. So, but I thought the cast was great. The effects were great. Barbarian, I was right there with the same way. I didn't know nothing about Barbarian, just like I didn't know nothing about the Substance. I did not watch the trailer. I really enjoyed the Substance and how insane that movie is, and I really love it. But the Barbarian, I enjoyed Barbarian. It starts with a whole normal horror movie. Then it just takes a turn completely, and then I love it. And the whole scene where he is measuring me, the whole theater just started bursting out laughing for that whole entire scene when he's measuring the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I expected how it ended too, but it was a horror movie I really liked. That would surprise me. So I'm going to go with Barbarian.
Yeah, and Jonathan, what do you say?
Sammy, those are fucking onions. That's my favorite line delivery of the year so far. Abigail, it's fun. Yeah, Eric actually summed it pretty nicely. The first third for me, I think it takes a little too long to get going, and then once it enters that Abigail territory as to when she becomes a vampire, it becomes a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. It is messy. Yeah, for me the MVP is actually two is Catherine Newton and Dan Stevens. Those are the two for me. Yeah, it's a fun movie. Barbarian, yeah, this one I went blind and I loved it. It's a great horror movie. Yeah, like you said, Jordan, it is like a tale of two movies right there.
Yeah,
it's basically the first one is The House and the second one is the Justin Long one,
Yeah.
which starts out actually very relatable, definitely in today's society, but then it gets a little crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna vote Barbarian here. It is a fantastic movie. Definitely one of the better 2020s horror films.
All right.
It is a shame it doesn't get a physical release either.
Yeah, it's crazy, but
yeah.
But I will say, rest in peace to Angus Cloud from Abigail, because I guess he did some cocaine and it ended up being laced with fentanyl, and but just don't do cocaine.
but yeah, I was hoping that Second Sight would do like a Barbarian release, like Second Sight Films, like in the UK or something. Like I was hoping they'd do something.
Someone's got to do it eventually.
Smile and Jaws is our final matchup.
Jaws, yeah. Wait! Didn't Smile get in the tournament? In another tournament?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Smile was also in the first part of this mystery series.
All right,
Jordan, you screwed up twice.
Jordan. I don't know. I just hit random and that's what came out.
Well, don't. Okay, never mind.
It's Jaws. Jaws was going to win anyway.
All right, Jaws is going to win anyways. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
me, I'd say Smile. Jaws.
Jaws is great. You're wrong, and you're still wrong.
Jaws is all time.
Yeah. All right, let's speed it up. Let's see what makes the Sweet 16, and then what wins Part 3. Let's do it.
I feel the need for speed.
All right, let's speed it up. So the winners of these will make the Sweet 16 and then move on to the final tournament. So I need to open up my my app here and write these down as we get going. So horror mystery champions. Okay,
I'm going to see the ones that I missed here. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
the first one was a killer for me.
Yeah, it was Stranger on the Train versus Nope 1, and Event Horizon versus Under the Skin 1. Event Horizon 1. Excuse me.
Because I watched Strangers on a Train for the first time, and it's like one of the best movies to do that kind of murder mystery on a train. That was really good. So
all right, me first. I'll go Event Horizon. Jordan.
I'll go with Nope. Eric.
Nope.
Yep. Kyle.
Nope.
Yep. Jonathan.
Oh man, I like Event Horizon, but Nope is a better movie. Nope.
Yep. Wolf.
Nope.
All right, so Nope makes it to the championship. All right.
I will say that I had to go back and see Nope a second time to fully appreciate it. So
yeah, that's
yeah.
Got Psycho versus What We Do in the Shadows, and it was Psycho over Scream 6, and then What We Do in the Shadows over Child's Play 3.
Yeah,
So
that makes
that's
sense.
Jordan.
I'll go What We Do in the Shadows.
Right,
I see it in the championship.
I'll go Psycho.
Okay.
Kyle.
Psycho.
Psycho.
Jonathan.
Yeah, Psycho.
Wolf.
Yeah, I gotta go Psycho.
And I'll also go Psycho. So Psycho.
Psycho
goes.
killer.
Psycho.
Not Psychosis, the wrestler. Psycho. Okay, anyways. Autocorrect. It actually corrected to the wrestler. Get Out 1 over Murder Party, and then Sting 1 over Jeepers Creepers. So we have Get Out.
Okay.
Eric.
Get Out.
Get Out. Right.
Get Out.
Okay. Jonathan.
Get Out.
Wolf.
I haven't seen Sting, but even if I have, I'd still probably say Get Out.
Yeah.
The Sting? The Sting?
Yeah.
Not quite over.
Robert Redford, Paul Newman movie?
Yeah, right.
I'm the animal attack creature guy, so I'll give it a pity vote to Sting.
Yeah, I'll go Get Out.
Okay, so Get Out. Let me write that down.
Yeah, that one deserves
Write these down as we go. Okay. Going down to the Vivitch and Let the Right One In. So
Oh shoot.
All right.
Kind of easy for me.
Easy for me.
Yeah,
Kyle?
The Witch.
It's easy, but it isn't.
All right, Jonathan.
Let the Right One In.
Wolf.
It's easy, but it's not, because The Witch is still a 5-star movie, but Let the Right One In is one of the best movies of all time. So I say Let the Right One In.
The Witch is still a 5-star snooze fest. Let the Right One In.
Yeah, I don't get The Witch. Boring. Let the Right One In. Eric.
I would have said The Witch.
Okay. Let's Let the Right One In. All right. Let me write that one down.
Getting worried for a second.
All right. The Right One.
We definitely let the right one in.
Yep.
All right. Shaun of the Dead versus the host. Jonathan.
Oh, this is a tough one for me.
That is tough, yeah.
Oh. You know what? I'm going to champion the Bong Joon-ho film, The Host.
Okay. Wolf.
You know, I love that idea, but like we have Dawn of the Dead on here too, and since we didn't get Zombieland versus Shaun of the Dead, let's do Shaun of the Dead versus Dawn of the Dead if we can get that to happen. So I'll say Shaun of the Dead.
It's going to be tough.
I'll go the host, Jordan.
Yeah, we see Shaun of the Dead quite a bit, and it is maybe top as far as horror comedy, but I'll go with the host because it's just a great creature movie. So,
why not? The host.
The host. All right, and Kyle.
Shaun of the Dead.
Okay, but the host pulls the upset and hangs on to the championship.
There we go.
So there we go. Okay. All right. He gets one in there. All right. We're going to Bride of Chucky and In the Mouth of Madness. Wolf.
In the Mouth of Madness.
Bride of Chucky. Jordan.
I'll go Bride of Chucky.
Eric.
Go In the Mouth of Madness.
Okay. Kyle.
In the Mouth of Madness.
Right. And Jonathan.
Okay. Kind of up to me. In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah. Okay. In the Mouth of Madness. All right. He's upset. All right.
Yeah. Fuck you, Katherine Heigl. Sorry. I'm sorry.
So Sam Neill is saying that to Katherine Heigl.
That's right. All right.
I mean, Event Horizon didn't go through, so.
Thanksgiving and Jacob's Ladder. Me, I'll go Jacob's Ladder. Jordan.
A movie I don't like versus one I haven't seen. I'll I'll go Thanksgivings.
Jacob's Ladder is really creepy. It's really good. You'd like it.
Well, I've seen it before. I didn't really like it. But Eric.
I'll go Jacob's Ladder. I'm seeing it today or tomorrow.
Okay. Eric.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry. Kyle.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's my bad.
John.
Jacob's Ladder.
Okay. And Wolf.
I'm very thankful for Jacob's Ladder, so I'll say Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, I see what you did there. That's awesome.
Adrian Line makes it into the championship.
Man, this energy drink is getting progressively worse. Like it's like a 5 now.
It's guava. What did you expect from a guava? What the fuck are you thinking?
Guavas are delicious. Like
no,
they make the best dried fruit. If you ever have dried guava, that's good.
No. All right, Jordan. We got Dracula and Hereditary.
Oh, Hereditary.
Okay, Eric.
Hereditary.
Kyle.
Hereditary.
Jonathan.
Hereditary.
Okay, Wolf.
Hereditary.
And clean sweep. All right, Hereditary. All right, Hereditary. Okay. All right, we got our half of our 16 movies that will be saved at least for the final championship tournament, and then we'll see what joins it, and then we'll just see what wins this bracket. Yeah,
a couple of foreign horror films.
Dawn of the Dead and Reanimator. A little old school here. Eric.
Go Dawn of the Dead. I forgot to mention I met Ken 4E at the recent convention I went. He was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a very cool dude, and he's one of those guys that I don't know if he does the same thing at conventions. If you do his Q&A, he doesn't use a microphone. He just talks really, really loud, and he's got a big booming voice. He's one of those guys who just stands at the front of the thing. He's like, "Hey, can everybody hear me? Excellent, sounds good."
Yeah, that's how I met him. Like I wasn't planning on taking a picture, but he asked, "Hey, do you like comic books?" He asked because he was promoting a comic book. Sure, and then I stuck around and took a picture. He was nice.
Kyle,
Dawn of the Dead.
All right.
Jonathan.
Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
Wolf.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Jordan.
I would have gone Reanimator.
Okay. Dawn of the Dead. All right. So let me make sure I put 78 on there just to make sure we get the distinction.
The remake's not bad though.
No, the remake's good. I still defend the remake. The remake's great.
Good. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like both of them. All right. Black Christmas and Aliens.
Talk about a remake that's horrible here. Black Christmas.
Love both films. I gotta go with Aliens.
Okay. John.
Oh, easily Aliens.
Wolf.
Yeah, thank goodness it isn't the remake of Black Christmas. God damn. I'm gonna say maybe we should do that as a monthly mistake in December.
Well, we're gonna do that 2019 one that sucks or whatever. That fucking horrible one. Yeah.
Horrible one. God, but I'll say Aliens.
Yeah, Aliens. Jordan.
Yeah, I'll go Aliens.
Okay. And Eric.
Yep. Aliens clean sweep.
All right, there we go. All right, Aliens hangs on. Blair Witch Project and Alligator. Jonathan.
Let's do it. Alligator.
Yeah.
Wolf.
I'll do Blair Witch Project.
Alligator. Jordan.
Yeah, let's go with Alligator. Let's go. Eric.
Let's not. Blair Witch.
Kyle.
Blair Witch.
Ooh, tied to Jordan.
Ooh, let's go Alligator.
Yeah.
Alligator.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. Alligator hangs on.
Yes, Robert Forster.
All right.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Let me update my tie thing because we will go to Eric next when we go start over again. All right. Okay. Invisible Man and Night of the Living Dead. Okay, Wolf.
I'm excited for Lee Winnell's Wolfman, obviously. That's pretty cool. But I really loved his Invisible Man. I'll go Night of the Living Dead, though.
Night of the Living Dead. Jordan?
Yeah, I'll go Night of the Living Dead. Eric?
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
Night of the Living Dead.
All right. And Jonathan?
Actually, I would have gone with the remake, The Invisible Man.
Okay, but I learned.
Finally, we don't have like a group that has a hard on for the Invisible Man, and like everyone had that when that movie came out, and I just didn't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, I do like it a lot.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm looking forward to the Wolfman. Lehman Ellis is a solid director, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wolfman look.
Yeah, I'm glad you are looking forward to me. That's very kind.
Yeah.
All right, From Dusk Till Dawn and Chopping Mall.
No.
Me, the movie that won one of the parts of my 128 tournament, Chopping Mall.
Yeah, surprisingly, this is close for me. Like it's tough, but yeah, let's go Chopping Mall. That movie's just is a lot of fun. Eric.
Yeah, let's go Chopping Mall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kyle.
Chopping Mall.
Jonathan.
Man, this is my night tonight. Okay, Chopping Mall.
Okay. All right, Wolf.
It's going to continue to be your night because Chopping Mall.
Hell
Wow. All right. It
So
continues
the
to be
robots conquered the vampires. Okay.
So I didn't know it had this love. We did it on my 128. It won a fucking tournament, and I was like, I cannot believe this. This is insane. It won like a part 2 of my 128. And then it's become a secret favorite. I've turned people on to this movie. I'm like, people watch it. It's 77 minutes. It won't take up much of your time at all, and it's great. So
I was never bored. Nope.
And it's like on every streaming service.
Me neither.
It's free on like 4 streaming services. So watch it.
It's a lot of fun. There's like hot girls all over the place.
The Blob and 28 Days Later, Jordan.
Oh man. Oh, this one's tough. Fudge. I gotta give it to 28 Days Later, but it is close. Eric.
But he didn't say Fudge. The Blob.
Yeah. Yeah. Kyle.
The Blob.
Yep. Jonathan.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Yeah, The Blob.
Yep. Wolf.
I'd say 28 Days Later.
And one of my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time, The Blob.
Yeah.
The Blob hangs on. Okay.
It could have gone either way.
I like the love for The Blob. It usually gets knocked out like immediately in every tournament. I always get sad. So now it's actually hanging on for a little bit. All right, cool. All right, we got Predator and The Thing.
Oh no!
I have a deciding factor.
Wow,
I do as well, and I probably got the same one as Jonathan.
This time you can't
Eric?
say fudge. You gotta say fuck.
Eric?
Yeah, The Thing.
Okay.
The Thing.
Yep.
Okay, Jonathan.
When I think of horror, I think of The Thing over Predator. Predator, I think of action. So The Thing.
Yeah. Wolf.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some that are like horror adjacent, like Predator and Aliens, but I don't necessarily count them both horror. So I'll say The Thing.
Yep.
Yeah, same logic as Jonathan. Just The Thing is more straight horror.
Yeah, I gotta go with The Thing.
All right.
It should have been a clean sweep, but it's the right answer.
Yeah.
Yes. Barbarian and Jaws is our final one. Kyle.
Jaws.
Okay. Jonathan.
Yeah, that would be crazy if Jaws did not go through. Jaws.
Yeah. Wolf.
Yeah, Jaws.
Jordan.
Barbarian. Come on.
No, it's not. Come on. No.
No.
Sorry, Jordan. No.
I've got a hard on for Jaws.
Yeah, because it's
a
the
good
greatest
movie.
movie ever. Yeah. You're like the only person in this community that like doesn't think it's great.
Slow.
The only single one.
That's one of the slowest movies I've ever seen.
It builds. It's called a build-up.
Yeah. See, he wanted the boat to blow up every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I wanted
the
the
Jordan woman.
wanted sharks with freaking laser beams on their head.
So you want Michael Bay's Jaws? That's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted Austin Powers and Dr. Evil to show up.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Come on. You already know.
Yeah.
Jaws, come on. Yes. Yeah, 100%. Sorry, Jordan. You just no.
Yeah, like I'm a fan of dissenting opinions, but you're just wrong. Like,
Yeah, you're incorrect.
But I was an advocate to get Texas Chainsaw out of here, so I'm.
I did saw that. There's.
You're wrong on that one as well.
Oh, we had a whole tournament too, where he was the only one on the panel that hated the master, and we got the master to win.
I know. Oh, that's another one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like, yeah.
Yeah.
In the head
All
of
right. Let me update my little names here
Yeah.
just so we can
Good
keep that
16.
going. All right. So, yeah, we've got our 16 that are hanging on again to the championships. And now it's just to see what wins this bracket of part 3 tonight. So, we'll start with Jonathan, Nope, and Psycho.
Psycho.
Wolf?
I was gonna have to say nope to all of y'all and say y'all are psycho if y'all went with nope, but I would say I'm gonna say psycho.
Yeah. Psycho, Jordan.
Yeah, it's closer than I would have thought, but I'll go Psycho.
Okay.
Erick.
Yeah, I'm a psycho for Nope.
Yep. Oh,
Why
okay.
not?
Kyle.
Okay.
Psycho.
All right, so Psycho moves into the Elite 8. Get Out, and so we will not have a Jordan Peele matchup, unfortunately. Yeah, Get Out and Let the Right One In.
You blew it.
And yeah, we definitely won't because I think Let the Right One In is better. So Let the Right One In.
Yep.
I'll go Let the Right One In, Jordan.
Yeah, Let the Right One In is awesome. I'll vote that. Erick.
I like that they are both opposing statements. Get Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
One into the door, one out of the door. That's
Yeah.
right. Kyle.
Let the right one in.
Okay, and Jonathan.
Yeah, this is a great matchup. Let the right one in.
Let the right
Yeah,
one
so
in.
Get Out can get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. The Host and In the Mouth of Madness. Me first. Man, these are both close. I kind of like the love that Underrated Carpenter is getting tonight, so I'll go In the Mouth of Madness just by a little bit. Jordan.
I'll go with the Host. Bong Joon-ho's in my top 5 directors now. So.
Okay.
John Carpenter isn't?
Not quite. He could be top.
No, Austin is to
10,
John Carpenter.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. With that being said, I'd say the Host. Why not?
Kyle.
In the Mouth of Madness.
Jonathan.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Crazy Sam Neill, In the Mouth of Madness.
Mm-hmm. Wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah, I'll also go In the Mouth of Madness. But I love the love that both these movies have been getting.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the Host will have another chance if anybody hasn't seen it for the championship, so we'll see.
Yep.
All right. Jacob's Ladder and Hereditary. All right. Jordan.
Yeah. 2 heads there on that poster, if you know.
But 3 heads.
But yeah, right. But I'll go Hereditary.
Erick.
Erick.
Yeah, Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Jonathan.
Oh, it just came to me when you said 2 heads. Oops.
Yeah, right.
Evil joke. Hereditary.
Okay.
Wolf.
Oh man, yeah, I'll go Hereditary.
I would have given a pity vote to Jacob's Ladder just because I really, really like that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
Go
good.
see Jacob's Ladder, whoever's going to be in it.
It's very, very good. Yes. All right. So on the other side, we got Dawn of the Dead and Aliens. Erick.
Aliens.
Kyle.
Aliens.
Jonathan.
Aliens.
Wolf.
I would have said because Dawn of the Dead's more straight horror, so I would have said Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. Austin.
Just because it never gets a fair shake on a lot of these tournaments, I'll say Dawn of the Dead.
Ooh, what your favorite movie?
You know what? I'll revert my. You know what? He made a good point. Dawn of the Dead. I'll revert my vote.
Okay.
Well, I'll go Aliens. Tie it up.
Okay, so technically it's a tie. We're down to Erick.
I'll say Dawn of the Dead.
Oh,
he
yeah.
flips it. Okay, he flips it. Okay.
No, he made a good point. Straight horror and Aliens is action or horror. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to swerve if it came to me anyway.
Okay. Yeah, he can swerve. It's well within the rates. Alligator and Night of the Living Dead. So there's a potential for a Romero matchup here. We'll see what happens though. Kyle.
Alligator.
Jonathan.
Alligator.
Yeah. Wolf.
You know what? Night of the Living Dead is a better movie, but I like seeing all of my friends happy, so I'll say Alligator.
I have been the champion for Alligator here on Tournament Fights for years. Alligator.
Yeah. Let's go with Alligator. Yeah. Yeah. Erick.
Yeah, let's make it a sweep. Might as well.
But I just realized we're not gonna have a Night of the Living Dead versus Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah,
match.
I know. It is what it is. It's all right. Shopping Mall and the Blob. Ooh, 2 and my 128. I like it. All right. Jonathan.
Yeah, I can't do it this time. The Blob.
All right.
Wolf.
Well, I can do it, and I'll say Chopping Mall.
Yep. Austin.
Can't believe I'm saying this. Chopping Mall has won a tournament. The Blob hasn't. The Blob.
Yeah,
I still can't believe that's a true statement.
That was a sentence you just said.
That's what I just said, and it's 100% true.
Yeah. But I have slightly a little more fun with Chopping Mall, so I'm going Chopping Mall. Erick.
Yeah, I'm not giving in at the Blob.
Okay. It's gonna be close, Kyle.
Shopping Mall.
Oh, boy.
Hey, it's a tie, and it goes to Kyle.
Swear.
Shopping Mall.
Swear.
Yeah,
Swear.
let's go.
Oh, he said Shopping Mall? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. The Thing and Jaws. Ooh, championship match here. All right. Wolf.
Oh, God. Yeah, this is an all-timer match right here.
Oh,
This is an
gosh.
all-timer. God, man. No, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go The Thing though.
Oh, awesome.
The Thing is like a top 20 movie of all time. Jaws is like a top 10 movie of all time. So that's my only criteria. Jaws.
Well, when I wake up from watching Jaws, then I'll put on The Thing because it's better. I'll go with The Thing. Erick.
I'm not taking into account that statement, but I'll vote for The Thing.
Yeah.
Don't put me in that group. I didn't
Yeah.
vote for that reason.
Yeah.
Right. Kyle.
The Thing.
Oh, thank God.
Jonathan.
No tiebreaker for me. The Thing.
Okay.
And also, The Thing is more straight horror. I feel like Jaws is horror, but it's just it's got
It's better for The Thing because
Yeah, but it mixes like family drama and other stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Well, I always though consider animal attack movies. They are horror. That's a subgenre.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can pick it in Why We Love Horror. I pick my animal attack movies all the time. So
Yeah.
it is a subgenre that I can choose for trivia.
Yeah.
But all right. So we're going down the final four here. We got Let the Right One In and Psycho. Me, I'll go Psycho. Jordan.
I'll go Let the Right One In.
Erick.
I'll go Psycho.
Psycho.
Kyle.
Psycho.
Jonathan.
Psycho.
Yep.
Mhm.
Wolf.
And I would have gone Let the Right One In.
Okay, it's a close one, but Psycho into the final
Yeah.
four. We got In the Mouth of Madness and Hereditary. Jordan.
I'll go Hereditary. Erick.
Hereditary.
Yep.
Hereditary.
Kyle. Yep. Jonathan.
Hereditary.
Wolf.
Man, I'm gonna show In the Mouth of Madness some love. I want because we've seen Hereditary on here quite a few times, but
I would give him a little bit of a vote to In the Mouth of Madness as well. But one. All right, Hereditary in the final four. Going to the other side, we got Dawn of the Dead and Alligator. This is a fun match. Erick.
I'll go Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yep. Jonathan.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
oh, even you voted against Alligator. I was not expecting that. I thought you were just trying to clean through it the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, I because I haven't seen Alligator. Maybe it would have been different if I did. I have to go Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. Austin.
Dawn of the Dead.
Well, in my opinion, we've got a better mall horror movie, so I'm gonna go Alligator.
Ooh.
All right. Dawn of the Dead.
Okay. Saying Chopping Mall is better than Dawn of the Dead is fighting.
No way.
But
I don't love the original.
I don't think he has a shot here.
I think the makeup's bad. And there's some issues I have with it.
Chopping Mall and The Thing. Kyle.
Oh, between these two, I would go with The Thing.
Okay.
Jonathan.
The Thing.
Wolf.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with The Thing. I just wanted to make sure this one.
Yeah, The Thing.
I'll just throw some love to Chopping Mall. Sure.
Wow.
He's not gonna win. So, but Eric.
Yeah, it should have been the Blob versus the Thing. But the Thing, anyway.
Yeah, it could have been the battle of the great remakes.
A little bit, but
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, that
It could have been the battle of the remakes, and that would have been fun. But all right, but we got 4 heavy hitters here.
Ooh,
So
great
we got we got some classics, and we got one modern one as well. I mean, we got a bunch of different decades. We got the 60s, 70s, 80s, and the 2010s. Yeah, so we got like, all kinds of all over the place. I like it. All right, so we are starting with, I believe, Jonathan on the left hand side, and we got Psycho and Hereditary.
Psycho.
Wolf.
I'm gonna go Psycho.
Austin.
Psycho.
I'll go Hereditary. Eric.
I'll go Psycho.
And Kyle.
Psycho.
Psycho into the finals. Okay. Dawn of the Dead and The Thing on the other side. Romero versus Carpenter, to Masters of Horror. Wolfman.
Just because I know The Thing is my favorite horror movie of all time, but I don't know. I get a feeling. I don't know if it has. I get a feeling it's won a tournament. I'm gonna go Dawn of the Dead.
Well, Austin.
Again, yeah, both of these are in my favorite horror movies of all time. But yeah, I've always championed Dawn of the Dead and people to watch it, and it doesn't get a fair shake in a lot of these tournaments. So I'm gonna go Dawn of the Dead.
Man, everyone's voting against their favorites tonight.
Well, just for certain reasons. But there are movies I champion a lot. I champion Alligator. I champion Chopping Mall. I champion Dawn of the Dead. These are all movies like I've been advocates for a long time.
Sure,
So,
yeah,
that's fine.
But I'll go The Thing. Eric.
I haven't seen it, but I'll go for Dawn of the Dead. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, it'll give you a reason to watch it maybe before the championship. Maybe. Or you can watch it this summer. Yeah.
Kyle.
Dawn of the Dead.
And Jonathan.
Whew. Okay, Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Okay,
Yeah.
in the finals. There we go.
Oh god,
That
All
is
right.
an upset for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a headache if I decide this.
Okay. We got the finals here. We got an old school finals. We got 60s and 70s.
I am upset. Just kidding.
I like
Psycho. Psycho versus Dawn of the Dead. Me first. Dawn of the Dead. Jordan.
I'll go Psycho. Eric.
I'll go Psycho. It's good enough for the finalists, I guess.
Yep. Kyle.
Psycho.
Jonathan.
Yeah, you're gonna see this movie real soon next month. Psycho.
Yep. Wolf.
Right now, Jordan's thinking we were all psychos for voting Dawn of the Dead or the thing, but no, I'm see, I would have sworn. I have to go back and remember what won my top 128s each episode, but I would have sworn I thought Psycho at least won one of my 128. So I am. So I think I'm gonna go Dawn of the Dead.
But it is 4-2 for your winner, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
There you go.
So it is, and it is never won a tournament. It is a winner. So no, your 128 Wolf was Alien, Seven Samurai, and Empire.
Oh yeah, Aliens. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
H is silent.
Wow.
yeah, but this is the closest Dawn of the Dead has come. I got excited to winning a tournament.
Oh, I remember. I think I
excited.
remember. I think it came down to classics. It was like Psycho versus.
The closest, besides that, it's gotten is we did a zombie tournament, and I think Dawn of the Dead at least made the Elite Eight or the Final Four. It's about as far as it's ever gotten.
I'm pretty sure Wolf yours was Psycho versus Wizard of Oz. I think.
No, it was Psycho versus Seven Samurai. I remember that now. I think.
Maybe Wizard of Oz was your.
Wizard of Oz is my 64 winner. Yeah, that was
okay.
All right. So congratulations to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, a seminal horror film and a grandfather, yes, very influential horror film on the other film. So hey, a lot of classics getting some love. I mean, Scream won another tournament. We had The Exorcist win, and we've had Psycho win. So I mean, we've had some old school movies, very influential movies, win some win some tournaments here. So there you go, and that'll do it.
And
so wins tonight.
And I just gotta say, I appreciate the invite. It was awesome that Michael introduced me to Jordan, and Jordan asked me to be part of this. And then it's awesome I got to collab with you, you guys for the first time as well.
Yeah,
this was awesome. So this was a lot of fun tonight. So looking forward to more of these. So.
We're gonna have you back one more time. So yeah, you'll do it again. So yeah. But that'll do it for us tonight. So we'll just do some plugs and that'll do it. So we got three quarters of our championship episode. We got one more quarter to go, but so we'll go to Erick first. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me almost anywhere. You can find these guys at Why We Love Horror, the Pierce Co, Pierce Wrestling, CWT is back. Check that out. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Multiplex, Take 3 Productions, most everywhere, I guess. Thanks for going to me first. I gotta head out. My dogs are bothering me. One of them is right here. But this was fun. I always like to talk horror movies, even the ones I haven't seen. Nice to see you all again. Nice to meet you, Kyle. And I'll see you in another Tuesday episode of horror movie mystery series. And Seen and Heard. I'm also in the Seen and Heard. Next one we're doing. So I'll see you all later. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks.
Good night.
Yeah, but Kyle, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me at Flett's Movies Pop Culture 13. That's my YouTube channel. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. It's the same thing. I do reviews on my channel. I do interviews. I interviewed people like Damien Rugna, who was the director of When Evil Lurks, which was just. Is it When Evil Lurks or Where Evil Lurks?
When Evil Lurks.
When Evil Lurks, yeah. That was an awesome interview because that was a bonkers possession film right off from the start to the end. Yeah, and I interviewed a lot of people on my channel. So I also got a couple interviews I'm working on once we've got the time of day, those will be announced. Next Monday, I'm bringing on Davey and Ann from the Forgotten Horror Channel. We'll be discussing our top slasher film moments. So that's gonna be a lot of fun discussing that. Another state, David Death Ray coming on the 21st. We'll be ranking the Evil Dead franchise with the George Romero zombie films in one huge ranking. So mixed with all the films together, that'll be a lot of fun. And stay tuned for other amazing content I got coming out for October very soon. That will announce. So
yeah, I've been enjoying checking out like everyone from the horror community doing some like awesome horror stuff. So it's been a good time. But Jonathan, what do you have going on?
Well, first off, thanks for inviting me on this horrible occasion.
Yeah, right.
This was a great night. No walkouts, no strong disagreements, but it's a great night. Worthy that Psycho won and Alligator made it through the championship. Well done.
Yeah.
You can find me so you can find me on social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and Threads. You can right here down below, send a Caro right there. I reuse Letterboxd. I got to get to a couple of them, and then I got to hop up to sleep. Okay, what do I have coming up? Oh yeah, the trivia thing. Yeah, I will be on that.
Yeah, this Sunday. You'll be
Sunday. Poetically on the 13th.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
This will be fun.
Got a bunch of you guys on there.
Yeah. Let's see how I do in this realm, this realm. Let's see. I will be on another tournament fight. I don't know when exactly, but I think 1999. I think that's it. Yeah. That's one. I think that will be it from me in October. Then November. You know what? Screw it. I mean, it's very, very close. I'll have a top 64 show in November, and it's going to be interesting to see which one will win that one. But that should be fun. And I think that's it. That's it for me right there. And again, thanks for having me on. This was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah. And Wolf, where can we find you?
You can find me on my channel, Mega Movies. I haven't done a lot of horror stuff only because I just got back from vacation on the 4th of October and everything, so it's been kind of hard to get back in the swing of things, but I am getting back in the swing of things, and I'll be kicking off with some Terrifier stuff here soon for you guys because of Terrifier 3 coming out, and then doing a Terrifier 3 for review for you guys, and I'm in the middle of trying to work through contacting people, but my channel has now become let's interview the most brutal kill of any movie. But apparently, because it's like I've interviewed Casey Hartnett from Terrifier 2. I interviewed the girl from In a Violent Nature who who had the most brutal kill in that one, in that movie. So it's just I'm just interviewing people who have brutal kills. That's all I can say. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for that. And then Awards Roundtable is officially coming back. So we were gonna do it on Monday, but I was like kind of busy with stuff on Monday, so we're doing it tomorrow. But then it's gonna be weekly, and we're gonna try to do it every Monday. So it's gonna be like a weekly show for you guys leading up to all of award season and everything. So yeah, that should be exciting. And of course, we talked about the you guys, y'all, the audience. Our subscribers got to vote this time on the monthly mistake that we will be doing in October, and it sounds like y'all are very adamant for us to do Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So we will be doing that one as our monthly mistake at the end of October. So
just take a drink every time somebody's a shithead, and you'll be dead halfway through that movie. Every time somebody acts like an ass, or somebody's mean to somebody, or somebody just is a generally despicable human being, and you'll be dead 10 minutes into that movie.
That whole episode's going to be a mistake. The whole thing.
That's true.
Yeah, but Austin would.
Anytime there's a kill, a nudity, or somebody says "fuck," that's all you need for that whole movie, and you'll be dead. So that's literally all you need. And you see that horse, that's all you need.
Well, and anytime you say Halloween, of course. It's like
Gotta do the worst one.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you have going on, Austin?
No, just the usual stuff. Lonely Marks wrestling podcast. It's on its own channel, but we link to it on the Movie Hero Network Facebook page. You can hear us talk some wrestling. I think we're doing Wheel of Movies this week. I didn't make a group yet. That's my fault. We might be doing Hook. We'll see. And then maybe we might have to do it next week. I got a pretty full week. And then I'll be hosting that Horror Scene and Herd, and then me and you, Jordan, will be on Moose and JT's Extra Movie Butter podcast, I believe, next week, talking about Saturday Night.
So excited for that movie.
Yeah, so that should be fun.
Yeah. And then as far as this channel goes, you can find us on all the socials at Movie Hero 2121 at Jordan 83616, and then in the Movie Hero Network group on Facebook. And if you have any projects you're working on or YouTube channel, you can go post to your heart's content, and we'll tell people to subscribe. We'll get people to watch it. We help each other out. So and you can go talk movies over there too. And then we do have some trivia coming up. That's going to be we have a exhibition match going on this Sunday. So Jonathan and Wolfman, they're going to be on it, as well as Erick that just left, and that should be fun. And then let's see, we will be getting back to some tournament matches. We got a few left, so our next 4-way match is going to be between Rick Weaver, Maria Hammond, if she's available, James Shimo, and Jeremy Potter. So that's what's coming up. Just our slow burn tournament that's just going throughout the year to run a round number 1. We also do the Seen and Heard music trivia. That'll probably be after that, where we do the same thing, but we just play music clips from movies, and you try to name the movie. And we do some TV music as well, and that's over on the Patreon, so we can actually play that over there. So You don't have to be a Patreon subscriber to play. It's free to play, but to watch it, it'll be at the $1 tier for the first couple of days, and then it'll bump up to the $5 tier. And then we will be having some music related episodes. So I'll just go through some of them because there's a lot that we have on the ticket. But the most popular ones seem to be and we still have spots if you would like to be a part of it. But we have best TV show theme songs that we would like to do. We have an Elton John versus Queen match we want to try to do. We also have, let's see, the best female singers of all time. And then best original songs were nominated for Oscars. So we're going to be doing a tournament of all those once we can get enough people interested. So you can just reach out to me. Probably through Facebook Messenger is the best way to get a hold of me, or any of those socials down in the description. And then we just did an episode of our show Recast, where we recasted The Matrix. So that happened yesterday. So that's on the channel. And then we'll be doing Ghostbusters coming up soon for October. We just want to do whatever the most popular movies are. So we're just kind of going through that. And eventually we'll get in some like unique ones and more niche ones, but we'll cover the popular ones first. And then what we have coming up for tournament fights and tier rankers. So we have that part 3 that's going on Friday of the horror series to round out the mystery part. Oh yeah, and then tomorrow too, I should mention that we have our championship for the best of 2000 ladder series. That's just going to be a half bracket tomorrow because Austin got caught up in that hurricane stuff, so he wasn't able to get to it. So we'll do it tomorrow. And then we have our 1999 ladder series that's coming up next week. So it'll be a 3-parter next week, and 99 is going to be a banger of a year. It's going to be really tough, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, prepare to get your hearts broken.
I know. Yeah, it's gonna. We have to make some tough cuts. So yeah, prepare. But then we're doing just a regular movie hero mystery tournament because we didn't do one last month. So we're doing it this month, and we're going to spin the wheel 64 times from a wheel that consists of all of our favorite movies, plus a few wild cards that we added in. We each got to pick a few of those, and so we'll see what comes out there. We also have the 100 most recent horror movies, which I'm in the process of putting that list together, but I'm just trying to make sure that it's movies people have actually seen and not just these like random ones where like they show up on the tournament, people will be like, what? Like no one's seen that or whatever, you know? So yeah, but, and then our horror championship will be Tuesday, October 29th to round out this. And then just a couple that we have in November, we'll be getting back to TV stuff with the tier ranker, best TV shows from 2000 to 2009. So because to determine the best TV shows of all time, we're slowly adding TV into our channel. Then we have a directing brothers versus, which would be the Scots. So Tony versus Ridley and versus the Coen brothers, all their movies. And then we're going to be doing another tier ranker that's going to be the best of the best match. We're going to take 5 of us. We're all going to put our top 20 movies of all time. We're going to try and rank them, which is going to be very difficult to do, but just to see what people think of other people's top movies and that kind of stuff. And then we'll get into the best movies of 1998. That'll be in November. So yeah, but that's what we have going on. So I think that's going to do it for us tonight. So thanks again, guys. This was a lot of fun. We'll be at it again Friday. Yeah, but for Erick Ibarra, for Kyle Flett, for Jonathan Caro, for Michael Wolfman Wyndham, for Austin Pez Howell, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.